We merry band of thieves and ever vigilant vigilantes, sequestered underneath the bourgeoisie. In the shadow of the wall, they still tell tales of a gilded age, before the world was blighted by the fading and the forest pushed us all inside. We welcome you to Born to Die.
Hello and welcome to Born to Die, a Blades in the Dark actual play podcast. My name is Thomas, I'm your GM. I'm joined by Reed.
Hello, I'm Reed and I'm your also GM. And I've decided I want to get in on fun facts, but we have 50 characters back here, so I'm going to roll and see which one we get. Ooh. That is a 45. That is the Collector. What's the fun fact about the Collector?
That is now dead. Fun. So fun.
AKA Tuffet.
Yeah, AKA Tuffet.
He had a unrequited love with waffles.
With waffles.
And he was afraid of spiders.
I
Little
believe
Miss
you.
Muffet.
Oh no.
He will be missed.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny.
Maybe that was his king getting sat on.
Sit on Tuffet.
Yeah, there was a chair up on the second floor of the house. At first glance, you have no idea what it was for, and now you realize what it was for.
Now I know what the collector's wood parties were about.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you for that detail.
Of course, and we are, of course, joined by our wonderful players, starting somewhere.
I'm Ryan, and I play Starless Thrain. And a fun fact about Starless is he can touch the back of his head with his feet. We need a different fun fact. I want to retake that. I want a second take.
How many of the collector's wood parties was Starless?
I think we make you live with it.
Touch it with someone's feet.
Allegedly.
Okay, hi, I'm Natane, and I play Finrea Edsley. And I think a fun fact about Finn is that I think her greatest fear is being alone. Well, maybe that's not so fun, but it is a fact.
No, you did start this trend of fun facts.
Yeah.
So you can change it since you're like the
Yeah.
founder.
My fear fact.
Yeah. I'm Carissa Fitzgerald and I play Alara Phelan. And we'll keep the fear fact going. Alara is, well, she was afraid of waterfalls. So she's still afraid of heights, like that she's still terrified. But she's getting over it. She's slowly but surely. That's still her number one
From
fear.
all that time up in the bell tower, she's getting over it.
Yeah.
You can also
Yeah.
mind meld with the pigeons, right? So you
Yeah.
are kind of flying around.
Her heart rate is significantly higher when she's looking through her few pigeons now. It's okay, I still have my favorite. He's so good.
The immortal muffin.
Yes, my little muffin. It's still heights for Alara.
And thanks to Alara, Starless's fear is pigeons.
I'm Drew. I play Cove Landrill. Last week when I was out vigilanteing, I was putting up flyers for myself and I got a paper cut. So now I'm afraid of getting more paper cuts.
As the needler. So
Sure.
Well, that's a metal cut.
Yeah, paper cuts are very different.
Wait, that's so Batman, though, because he was afraid of bats.
Yeah.
He's afraid of tiny cuts.
I'm Greta, and I play Birdie, child detective. I don't think Birdie's afraid of much. Except maybe the possibility, the lingering fear that his parents aren't really on a business trip.
Is he maybe afraid of business trips?
Oh.
Well, he's never been on one.
Right.
Good point.
Yeah.
The unblinking eye never would dish out for a business trip.
No, not a lot of expenses.
Mhm.
No, but I do have a question, which is you mentioned in the intro that we're an actual play podcast.
Mhm.
Does that mean that there are fake play podcasts you're making a dig at?
Are we starting a beef?
Yeah.
And who is it with?
Yeah.
Should we just start a beef with Critical Role? They're scripted!
Well, thank you, Bertie, for that. So let's kick off with our recap. I want to do this slightly differently this week. I would like us to imagine that the party walking through the tangle. So I want to think about what happened in the last episode, but also while we do it, kind of return a little bit to the color and tone and feel of the place that you spend most of your time. So we'll go through this, and I want you guys to give me some details as we go along of like what you see, what you smell, what you hear as you walk through your neighborhood. The neighborhood that is becoming increasingly your territory now that you have a piece of turf. So I'll kick off with where we started last week. So, and here's a destination in your neighborhood. Once the Tuffet and the other fellas had met their end in your sanctum, you went and looted the house. It's like, what do the streets kind of feel like between the dojo and the collector's now abandoned house?
I think the streets are fairly cramped. Tall buildings on either side. Kind of feels like like Warren's, like an older European city built for carriages.
I think the roads probably get nicer as we got to the collector's house.
Starts off with a lot of divots and potholes.
Yeah, but just around the collector's, it's like it seems like a nicer home to me. And so
Yeah, it was on the edge between the tangle and the water margin where things did start to get nicer.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely more daylight peeking through in that area.
Cool. So you're walking along. What are the sounds you hear? And as you look up towards the upper stories of houses and along down alleyways, what's the action? Like, are there a lot of people on the streets? Is it quite quiet?
Finn hears a loud whistle from a window up above and waves. Waves to one of her regulars.
One of her many.
One of her many regulars. Going anywhere in the tangle with Finn is a slow process. Oh, I'm just going to pop into this coffee shop. And like, oh, I got to go get a book? Actually, 2 minutes. Free, 5 tops.
Yeah. So the coffee shop thing is interesting. I was trying to think, like, so we've been in some various establishments along the way. This is not a neighborhood which has gentrified, right? This is a neighborhood which is at best at the very early stages. So these coffee shops, they're still extremely good value, right? Most of them, except for the one that Starless goes to. The coziest of left-wing coffee shops.
On the outskirts of town.
Look, they're espousing very progressive values in there.
So you grabbed a bunch of stuff from the collector's house, which is in this kind of faded glory part of the neighborhood, including cats. So it's basically wood and cats you brought back.
Yes.
I imagine that it's like a cat parade down the street.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I bet Alara used her birds to kind of lure the cats to where they needed to go.
And you had to lure them because at least one of these cats has vowed never to speak to Bertie again.
Yeah.
But I think that Mittens is just not making eye contact with me. So he's talking about me as though I'm not there.
He's your sleep demon now. He sits on your chest when you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Just facing the other way.
Yeah.
Not
Bertie
facing
is
you.
just afraid of mittens.
I'll win you over one day, Mittens.
And specifically the rejection.
Yes.
Associated with
Yeah.
on a permanent business trip in the dojo. Okay, so the cats are now back at the dojo. They are one layer of security.
Woohoo.
The other layer of security is somewhat more supernatural.
Yes. Was that Fufflin's?
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yeah, I think maybe some of the iconography on the houses is changing and the stained glass windows are starting to warp. It's getting really weird.
Right, there's some like grapes and harvesting and
Kimba's name isn't anywhere to be found, and it's not because we took it away.
right, maybe like where there used to be a bunch of things about reaping and sickles. There's just goblets of wine and some fornication.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
Lots of it, actually. It's obscene.
yes. You guys had a library, right? And there was a bunch of old Kimber texts. I think at least some of that is pornography now.
I wake up in the middle of the night and I've touched the stone wall and it's like sweating wine.
Oh, that's creepy. Love it.
And of course, sometimes you look away from those murals for a moment, and when you look back, you could swear it's changed somewhat.
Do we have a basement?
It's the sewers down below.
There's got to be some sort of like lower level of the.
I don't think in the lower. No lower.
We have like a storage area though, right?
Yeah, in the back.
What if
It's basically where the gym is.
what if we we're like going in to work out for the day and then we look in there and like there's just like a couple of barrels in the corner
Yeah.
Oh.
and maybe like a great press.
Nice.
I think we also just have really good dreams now. Really fun, reveling dreams with fields and happiness.
I also imagine there's grapevines growing on this all over the roof and walls.
That's rad. Yeah. That's cool. Okay, so that's what the dojo is looking like now. So the next thing, the other piece of property that you guys have is the comedy club. Shrimply the best.
Simply the best.
So you had 2 comedians try their sets last week. First was Derg. It didn't go so well. And why do we think Derg's set bombed so badly?
I don't think anyone could understand him.
I think it's because he wasn't facing the right way.
maybe he was just nervous.
Derivative of Seinfeld.
Who?
You know, that like little elf.
Oh,
I've never seen a line in the air, so how could there be food?
But then after the entire evening was going terribly, Birdie got up on stage and slayed
Oh yeah.
with a pretty incredible set. What were your notes on your type 5, Birdie?
I mean, first off, I didn't go up with myself. I went up as Walrus. Walrus is a great comedian. I give myself 2 out of 5. Walrus, 4.5 on good night.
How different does Walrus look? What does Birdie look like as Walrus?
Walrus.
Or sound? Like, what's the distinctive feature?
Walrus sounds the same. Birdie's not very good at voices. But Walrus has some swagger about him.
Big walrus mustache.
I mean, you'd think that.
No, but
No.
What's the butt?
No, I think Walrus it's a bit unkempt and is what Birdie imagines a drunk person is.
Uh-huh.
Birdie's never been drunk before, though, so...
So imagining Birdie played by Matt Berry.
yes, it's a tiny Matt Berry.
Tiny little Matt Berry. Oh, that's wonderful. Glimmer Falls. All right, love it. So that went extremely well. Very successful. There is now a weekly roast at Shrimply the Best, because part of your set, the most successful part, arguably, was your absolute dismantling of Worsival.
Have we also introduced this as like a promotion of a shrimp roast?
Yeah, I think
We
so.
have seafood,
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
Shrimp on the Barbie.
So Shrimply the Best is going pretty well, thanks to Walrus.
Have we updated the like sign outside to include a cartoon walrus?
I mean, have you?
It's like a walrus eating a shrimp.
Yeah. I think
Walrus
it's-
eating shrimp's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's got a shrimp in one hand and a microphone in the other.
And the walrus is speaking into the shrimp.
brilliant. Like everyone has a bite out of it.
Yeah.
All right, Patreon community, let's get some fan art going. That's excellent. Okay, so that I think covers Shrimply the Best. You got yourself some more distillation equipment using some of the stuff you stole / liberated from the collector's house. You went to
The Barrowman HQ.
yeah.
Our friend Beezus gave us costumes.
What were your costumes?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did stop there first.
There were big capes with giant collars.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
trying to dress
Yeah.
middle class, right?
Yeah, that's the way of the old city, the tier above.
Yes.
Yeah. Birdie got dressed up in a washed down murder suit to fit in with the blue collar folks at the Barrowman HQ.
Yeah, it's a navy jumpsuit with a little cap, some glasses, and a lunch pail.
Yeah, so like just to kind of remind ourselves of this, going to Reclamation Rail meant going out of the Tangle, which is really the first time that we've done that. Or out of Lower Sample.
Yeah.
So how did it look? What was the feel? How is it different?
It's much more open, way less crowded.
More industrial, maybe?
Definitely.
Like wider streets,
Yeah,
bigger factories.
So it's
Clean-
more industrial
cleaner.
there, and we're kind of just getting the waste from it on the lower Sunpool.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah, definitely more crowded. Reclamation Rail is certainly more open. And it's a logistics hub, basically, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking like inner east side of Portland, near the waterfront,
Okay. Yeah, that's nice.
near the train tracks.
Yeah. So definitely like the sound is the horn, train horns. What is
Most of the structures are like warehouses or like little cafes for the workmen, for the barrowmen.
Some greasy spoon.
Greasy spoon. type
Strip
places.
clubs.
Strip clubs for sure.
Way less slonkies on the street.
Near the barrowman, there's less slonkies?
Yeah, I think they mostly park them over in the tangle.
Oh, interesting.
Like, there's probably a lot less, just to make it look nicer.
Nice.
Right.
So what did you guys get up to with the barrowman? What was the tone of the interaction?
Wrestling.
Some arm wrestling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Arm wrestling with a MILF.
Which went pretty well, if I recall.
Yeah.
You
For
won.
everyone
I
involved.
had to play to my strengths.
Well, what did you find out? What did you arrange? Like, what was the outcome of this whole situation?
I think the big outcome for us was making allies, right? And turning our bar into a barrowman bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we needed a new audience for our product.
Yeah.
And we did struggle a little bit. But the wrestling finally got us our win that we needed to befriend the barrowmen.
Look, I get a little competitive when it comes to trivia.
Yeah, we were overall doing really bad.
Uh-huh. And so the deal that was struck, if I recall, was you're giving them booze in exchange for the flickies.
Yep.
For the
Yes.
for the
yeah.
movies that they're smuggling in on the rail.
Mhm.
Cool.
So I suppose one of the things that you'll need to do will be to figure out how to restart that set of events, that set of parties, showings.
Right, yeah, because we have flickies now, or we have the spectral lanterns now.
Or at least you will have when the next batch comes in.
Yeah. What was the thinking behind that? Are we trying to replace?
I mean, that's a gap in the market.
Right. But
Yeah.
You're not going to bring them back on board. Is what I'm.
And they have the know-how, right?
You mean Zeke?
You're employing a good chunk of the Spectral Underground at Shrimply the Best, and
Right.
Zeke is stuck as Raphael
We'll work on that.
in the dojo, just sleeping under a rug.
Mental breakdown.
If anything, his like fused identity might be an asset now.
Yeah, he needs to get a job.
Mechanically speaking, though, we need to get up to 8 coins as a party so we can level up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we can tier up.
I think we need
Tier
one
up.
more
We can
before our
tier
short
up.
rest. Or not a short rest, but
Oh, that's right. We haven't short rested.
downtime.
We have
So I think
downtime.
downtime's where we'll
Yeah,
start.
just one more,
Yeah.
I think.
Wait, but shouldn't we do one more thing?
Is there a way to earn coin in downtime?
I mean, you might find a way. Finn might know some ways to earn a coin or
No,
two.
you get
Not a
coins.
prostitute.
You get coins through jobs.
Yeah.
Dang,
Jobs
okay.
and jobs alone.
Jobs. I'm just
I
saying.
mean, are you saying that sex work isn't real work?
Wow, what a take.
I don't do sex work.
Wow.
I pay sex workers.
Wait, this is new.
Finn likes the strip club. I feel like that's just a given.
Right, I thought Finn was getting
I thought
it,
you were
getting it
making
for free.
Oh, absolutely. She still likes the strip club.
Yeah, she's not paying at the strip club because she has to. It's because it's fun.
Because it's fun.
Yeah. So
Wait, but,
just for perfect clarity, this podcast supports sex workers, but you can't earn sex work money during downtime. If you want to do a job, that's a job.
I know what our next job is.
I'll go get greased up.
This is our strip club.
That's my
Skimpy the
secret.
best.
I'm always greased up. Okay, yeah, so let's go into downtime.
Yep.
I think we've done enough intro foolishness. It's ready to get into the...
That was a great way to recap.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
And it's like, yeah, new info for the listeners and
New info
just a
for
nice
me.
way to, yeah.
Oh, that's where you
I
were
do
last
want to
time.
know what was one interesting thing that Cove did while he was off on his own,
Getting
processing
paper
the events of the Feller incursion.
Okay.
This is our chance to get one coin.
I don't think it will be. I think Cove was kind of walking some train tracks and came across some kids doing some sort of drug and warned them that he had seen some cops around and then also gave them more drugs.
With what end in mind, Cove?
Just to piss off the guards.
He's not the hero that the Tangle deserves.
or needs.
But he's the one they want.
But wait, so were they doing like low quality drugs and you gave them better drugs?
Yeah.
Nice. There we
Don't
go.
smoke that. Don't smoke that.
Yeah,
That's
here's
some of
the
theirs.
good stuff.
But we're talking like giggle, right? We're not talking straight spark.
No. Not that early.
Not
Their
at-
brains are still forming.
Yeah, they're
Maybe
both.
future customers.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, they've got to be at least 7 before you give them the spark.
I gave him the business cards for the bar.
Oh, with the walrus?
Yeah.
Nice. It's a good distribution point.
Mhm.
All right. So yeah, what do you guys want to do in your downtime?
Well, I am going to use my first downtime to train, and I want to train Resolve.
Nice.
You're hitting the gym.
Or
Not
staring
prowess.
in the mirror and
what's this
yelling at yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just do better. Do better. Yeah, do better. Next time, you're going to do better.
Give me an attune roll.
Okay.
It's like doing this in the dojo where there's a powerful spiritual force. Like,
Double 2s.
how do you think that resolves?
I always fail these.
I think you see your eyes flash green in the mirror, and I know Finn is not a fan of that, so I would imagine that like cuts the session short.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that freaks her out. Do better tomorrow.
Yeah. And I think as your eyes flash green, you just see in the mirror tiny little curls of goat horns start to come out of your head, and you pat around frantically and they're not there.
Gotta go pet a cat.
Yeah, you still get the XP you
Yeah.
so rightly deserve, but no extra.
I run out.
Who wants to go next?
Do we have all 3 training rooms, or are we missing one?
I think you have all 4.
We have a
Oh,
fourth.
4. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got gym, the mirror, the Library of Correspondence courses, and the dress up.
What does that
Chest.
mean again?
Whenever you train, you get 2 XP instead of 1.
Right.
So I'm gonna train insight.
Mhm.
What room is that?
That's the library.
the library.
So
Okay.
you have to sift through a lot of
So
pornography to find the
okay.
informative books, unless that's what you're investigating.
Yeah, I want to look up hunting techniques and stuff like that, and it's all just like how to get laid, how to get
Yeah.
the wrong kind of hunt.
Yeah. It's a pickup artist books.
Yeah.
There's a lot of anime.
Oh shoot, I did the wrong thing.
Right, who's next?
Alara is gonna roll a giggle joint, but what she's gonna do, she's gonna sprinkle a little bit of spark in there first. She's going to indulge her vice and chill and try to get rid of some stress.
Where's Lara's like favorite chilling spot in the dojo?
So, okay, afraid of heights.
Yeah.
But with her trying to wrap her head around, she's got this spot kind of up higher where it's like further back off of a ledge. So like as she gets more like comfortable, she scoots closer and closer forward.
And she gets higher and
Yeah. Yeah. So she's like, maybe if I get really high, I'll be able to be braver.
that's nice. Could I add to that?
Sure.
What if it's a hammock and the pigeons are like pushing you back and forth? So each time you swing, you're going over the edge.
Ooh, okay. I love that.
That's great.
Let's see. Oh, Mr. 6, which is good because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Nice.
Sweet.
Great work.
You just, it's so relaxing. The swinging, the sights of the city, and the sound of the cool.
She's just got like a perma smile on her face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Starless definitely needs to relax a little bit, indulge in his vice.
Mm-hmm.
I think he gets a tumbler out. And how would refrigeration work in this world? Is there ice?
There's sewer.
There's probably
I don't know how that's an answer.
I imagine there's like a stone, closed off like stone area that stays cooler.
Yeah.
And if you had ice, you could put it there to make it very cold, but it's like just a generally cooler pocket.
So Starless did treat himself to like a couple big cubes. They're kind of a luxury in this world, obviously, because they would have had to been brought in from higher up on the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he's kind of worn out. It's been quite the week, and he's gonna treat himself. So he takes a big cube, puts it into his favorite ceramic cup, and pours himself a nice big Tangletini.
Lovely.
It's a 6. And
Nice.
I will take that. That is almost a full recovery.
That's a frosty beverage.
Yeah, it's delicious.
You should try putting some spark in it.
Just hear his voice from up on the roof. Actually, maybe you're downstairs drinking and just a pigeon comes down with a blunt in its claw.
Smoke one of those.
Don't mind if I do.
Oh, I love it. Love the dojo. Who's next?
Oh, wait, but first I would shriek in terror when I see the pigeon. Ah! So are you being maybe a little bit puckish with that? Like,
I mean, she thinks
sending the pigeon because you think it's funny?
well,
So it's good.
Alara didn't think it through. She's very stoned. But then she realized it after you screamed. She goes, "Oh," and then it's funny.
Betty, what do you want to do with your first downtime?
I mean, I think that Birdie really wants to reestablish a sense of routine after the massacre that occurred in the dojo a couple nights ago, and he's just trying to set up his confessional a bit more. You know, he likes to do a little face wash, a little beauty routine, get ready for bed, put on his pajamas, put on his nightcap, and take out some paper. What did we say paper's made of again? Can't remember. Not tree.
Not tree, no.
Probably reeds, probably
Maybe some
flax
reeds.
or something.
Or gutter bug vellum.
Oh, gross. Love it.
Birdie doesn't believe that. And yeah, writes letters to his parents about his week.
Okay. Can we
Dear
get...
Mama and Papa, this week I've really been establishing myself with my comrades and working on a new adventure. We've done some redecoration in the dojo and have fortified it with a protection of cats. Of course, inside the confessional are like 10 cats with Birdie.
Is the confessional like a cattery? Does it have multiple levels that you've added? Because Betty's small, right? So
Yeah, probably. Because it's quite tall, right? So,
Love it.
Yeah,
Like a catio.
like a patio, yeah.
What address does Birdie send these letters to?
Oh, no. Birdie's saving them. Don't worry.
It's a diary, but every entry is addressed to your parents?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so. But they're all on paper, and then he writes them, and he seals them up in an envelope, and then he puts them through the little window of the,
I like the confessional window.
yeah.
I like it.
and then they go into a basket, and then they sit in the basket.
Okay.
So
They're out of sight, out of mind.
So on the priest side of it is just a basket that you're putting letters to your parents in. That is so good.
That's awesome.
And so he's trying to de-stress. One.
You clear one stress.
Can I roll again?
You can indulge your vice a second time.
You can write a second letter if you like.
Yeah.
And then how many times can I do this during downtime?
2 downtime actions.
Just 2 downtime
Unless you
actions.
spend a coin to do a third downtime.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
And we have coin to spend, or no? We don't.
You-
spend
you
any
have
coin.
three-
One more action, right?
Yeah, you still have one more
Free.
action.
Yeah,
for free.
but Birdie also wanted to work on our correspondence course.
Hey,
Okay,
you
fine.
can keep some stress.
I'm
if
pretty
you want.
stressed out. I think I need to de-stress. Otherwise, I might become too stressed out.
Mama and Papa, me again.
Hi, sorry, I signed up too early. And then I think that Birdie, I think he's going to write about the correspondence course. I've really been looking into our history and trying to learn where it all went wrong, where we can reclaim things. And I'm really feeling very, very cabin fevery. And I'd like to go back outside into the forest and want to find a way for all of us to go back to the forest.
Ooh.
Birdie's really idealized in the forest at this moment.
Yeah. Is there a picture of the forest on the bottom of the letter?
Yeah, I think that after Birdie met the woodsman, he, also met some fire people. He's like, oh, I just want to break out of these chains and go outside of the wall, and I'll be
Interesting.
fine.
Betty's feeling some ancestral pull.
But he also feels like maybe something happened back when we were forced into the city that powers that be have squished us here and some foul play afoot. Nothing that a child detective can't solve.
Yeah, so I guess one outstanding question is, did that happen to Betty's great-grandparents or did it happen to Bertie? Is
How old
this-
do you think he is?
Well, that's the question.
Question.
Yeah.
Birdie doesn't really know.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a great memory.
Possibly repressed memory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, roll them ups.
Please be better.
6.
2. All right, so that's 3 in total.
Better than 1. All right,
Yeah.
who's next? You just hear from inside the confessional. Damn it!
Maybe
letters.
quill breaks or something.
These letters just aren't hitting.
Why should maybe? Oh, here's maybe what it is. You're posting them through the confessional box, and just on the other side, his mittens. It's just like chewing them up, shredding them. Oh, damn it, mittens!
You get it halfway through, Mittens bats it back at
Mittens
isn't a
will
game.
not let you de-stress.
you. Mm-mm.
I love this, mittens. Your nemesis.
I also think that Birdie's writing these with a quill pen, and like the cats are just batting. It's like the feather, and they're like,
Oh, I love it. Yeah, this is great. All right, who's next?
I have a logistical question before I decide what's next for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I started a project back when I didn't understand this game, which was arcane research.
Uh-huh.
I'm halfway there, but I don't know what there would get me.
What?
I mean, it would be
It was
like useful information.
Yeah,
I think.
it was like 8 episodes ago, and you were researching like
I would
how
understand.
to do magic or the origins of magic or something along those lines.
So perhaps
It was after we saw the sigils on the
Right.
the collect
Right.
sets. You're like, oh my god, magic's real. I need to find out more about this.
absolutely.
Yeah. So I don't think we know exactly what the success will be. but
Okay.
It'll be something useful.
A
Okay.
a
Like you're not going to
magic trick.
turn into Doctor Strange, but
Yeah.
I think you could learn a magic trick or two.
Okay. Yeah,
Some
definitely.
up close card tricks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sleight of hand.
Well, then I will roll. Let's see.
I think it was study for this.
And I have 2, so that means I roll 2 and take the higher number.
Yes.
And the higher number is 2.
You get 1 piece of the pie.
Okay.
How many pieces do you have left?
3 to go.
3 to go.
Yep.
So this is it's painstaking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's tough, this stuff.
Starless,
It's-
I shouldn't have started with drinking.
Starless, I can tell you're just putting the card like up your sleeve.
Damn it.
Yeah, it is also really hard to sift through the pornography to find the actual useful books. Just, yeah.
And
Where did all my books go?
just another butt.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, I think you're getting distracted.
Yeah.
I want to indulge my vice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll first.
What? Yeah. Let us know how it goes.
I have 4 stress ticks.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 2. I'll take it.
All right. What does this round look like?
I think Finn's feeling really high stress
Mm-hmm.
right now. A little out of it. She didn't get to indulge her vice last time,
Mm-hmm.
so she was just sort of putting out feelers, seeing who's available.
Sending a lot of you up letters.
Yeah, sending a lot of you up letters with the pigeons. Just seeing who gets back to her.
I'm wondering, is Finn's Riz a little on the wane since you took the trauma of like, oh god, this big stuff going on that we are not prepared for?
I think so. I think like it might even just like it used to be just like so fun and careless.
Yeah.
And now she's having a hard time kind of slipping back into like being on a date and being like, do you ever think about dying?
Like, why are we here?
What is my purpose? I feel like there's a crazy god goat man in my house taking over my mind. You know?
We've all been there.
It's like we're all just players in some game.
Am I even real?
Yeah, and I think that's not working with the kind of women who you have historically hooked up with.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of blank stares.
Yeah, you might need to find a different community.
Yeah. Move over to the barrelman. But I think she at least gets some stuff off her chest.
Mhm. Yeah, that helps.
Just
for
not
sure.
the stuff she wanted.
Not the stuff she wanted.
Yeah.
There's a little stress.
That's nice. Who's next?
Hey, do y'all remember? I'm having a little bit of a memory problem here because I just took a pretty bad paper cut. Do y'all remember why I have burnt lips?
That was in the sewers. You like chugged some super high alcohol stuff and then blew it at the groveler.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to try and heal that.
Recover.
Yeah.
And you can
And you get a +1 from me.
Yeah, Starless rolls Tinker +1 if you go to him for help.
Perfect. So you'll be doing the rolling?
Yes.
Yes.
Dr.
And
Three.
I have a 3 in Tinker,
So you get 4 dice.
so I get 4 dice.
Tinker away.
How are you treating Cove's burnt lips?
Oil.
Coconut oil.
So much oil.
So much coconut oil.
And I'm actually just kind of taking it off my body.
The only coconut oil left is on my lips.
We're relieving stress at the same time.
It doesn't mean anything.
There's been a lot of tension building up here.
I mean, this is also maybe a reason why your magic research isn't going. Cove's just pecking his head. Ah, my lips.
Stupid sexy Cove.
Look, it's just science. There's nothing weird about it.
I wasn't saying it was weird.
It was just something in your eyes. You're making this weird.
Everyone else is watching it.
All right, here I go.
Including several pigeons.
Also, just if you feel my tongue in there, that's part of the process. That's a 6, a 4, a 2, a 3. So 6.
It
You
would
get
be a
3
6.
pieces of that pie.
Yeah.
That worked very well. We're gonna have to do this like at least once a week until they're fully recovered.
And a little sign goes out the front of the dojo. You got burnt lips? We got the
Doctor
answer.
is in.
I think
Dr. Smooches.
like the grapevines wrapping around the columns just start writhing like crazy as soon as this kiss happens.
Yeah, pretty much everything you do is just entrenching in your reality. All right.
I walk back to my room and playing it kind of cool, and then just sigh and sort of slide down the wall.
All right. And Lara, I think you have another one, right?
Yes, I do. She is going to work on insight. She's going to train on insight.
Mm-hmm.
So she's done smoking. She probably should have trained first. She realizes this when she feels like she can't really move out of the hammock, a little glued to it. But then, she does start to see, like, because she's up higher, she starts to see some of, like, the molding designs are different. And so she starts just really observing and starting to pay close attention to, like, all across the top of the interior, what each of the moldings looks like and what the shapes are. She stares at some to see if she tries to see them like moving. Yeah, and so I imagine that would help sharpen her survey, so you kind of start paying closer attention to things.
Nice.
And that means she gets an extra pip in that area.
Sweet. Yeah, that's useful for a hunter.
Oh yeah.
Don't we get?
We got 3 coin to spend now.
Use them.
Maybe you were
Don't we
also
get-
like.
Sorry, don't we get double pips for all of our
2
training now?
XP.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
2
XP.
XP. Yeah.
So I filled up my bar by that 2 XP.
Got it.
So maybe you were also sending the pigeons like to zoom into things.
Ooh.
You can see through their eyes.
Yeah. Oh, that's very cool. So yeah, it's like in the far corner. She calls her new muffins.
New muffin?
Muffins. Yeah, we'll just take that one further out so that you look like muffins now. Yeah, you look right.
Love it.
Because the other muffins definitely died in the last fight. But Alara's
Yeah, we're not mentioning that to Lara though.
Yeah.
Okay.
The state of denial.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Survey's up. Who else? Have we finished our downtime or do we have more?
I mean, what happens? What about this coin? Can we spend it?
We have to spend it.
So we have
We have one more to spend.
Oh, I think we have 3.
We have 2. We have 3 total. Did anyone spend any?
Three bonus coins, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or 3 that you can't store.
Yeah.
Yes. So that we have to use.
Yeah.
Well, Alara will also study prowess if you guys are open to that. So what I imagine that looks like is she wriggles her way down off the hammock. She finds Finn and goes, I think I might need to be a little stronger. I've been watching you wrestle. I couldn't do that. but I might need to someday maybe. Can you teach me?
Yeah, let's get into it. I want to retcon that I indulged by vomiting my feelings onto Alara.
Yes. Well, you're training.
Yeah. Because my vice isn't sex, my vice is women.
Yeah.
Could be talking to them, spending time with them.
And she is panting. Alara is panting. So.
Well,
we
that was
check
the
a lot of
warm up,
boxes.
Alara. So
Oh my god.
take a deep breath.
Okay.
So you're spotting Alara and just so many feelings.
All right, Alara. So the good thing about this is that the better you get at wrestling and fighting, the more likely you won't meet an untimely demise.
Yeah, no, I don't want that. Maybe we should smoking. Does smoking make breathing harder?
Have a cigarette. Yes.
Oh. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't just thinking that in my head.
It's part of my training. All right, so for someone with noodle arms like you, we're going to focus on getting our fingers in eyeballs, twisting testicles, and just kind of like a liver punch.
Oh, liver punch. Okay, I don't know where the liver is, so you have to show me. Okay.
I don't either. Let's go get Starless.
I'm busy.
Let's go get Cove.
I'm busy. From the same room.
Beloved.
Birdie's in the confessional. He's like, "What's going on out there?"
Quieten down, I'm writing. Oh, sweet. All right, so there's one coin. Need
Could
two more to spend.
I spend a coin to get rid of my burnt lips?
Yeah.
How do you
Can
do
I
it?
fix them?
Not yet.
No, almost.
You have one more
I'm
cheese.
just gonna not brush my teeth so toothpaste doesn't get on it. I'm not gonna drink any water to like wash off the balm. We'll just spend a day not doing anything with my lips.
Yeah. Maybe like some cotton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any way that I could roll and not get a pip? There's
No.
always one. Okay, then I might as
Yeah.
well just.
If you roll yourself, you take stress for doing so.
Oh.
If you get help from someone else, you don't take stress.
Okay. Maybe this was your advice not to wash my lips.
Or maybe I can help again.
Yeah. So I don't think there's any way to fail this.
Yeah. Unless you roll 4 ones.
Nope.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
You-
Fixed.
all of your harms go down a level, but I think you only have level 1.
Yeah.
So I think you're better.
Does anyone else have harm?
No,
Yeah, anybody else need to get fixed?
Birdie's staying out of harm.
And we're out of coins now,
We
right?
have one.
One more.
One more?
Who
well,
wants it?
unless anybody else.
You take it.
Okay. Excuse me. I'm going to train in resolve.
Back in front of the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, actually, I was thinking that in this particular case, I was going to read. I did find one text in the new library. It was about like it's kind of a pickup artist book. It's titled "Glimmer Ain't the Only Thing That's Gonna Fall." And just kind of getting some picking up on some social skills.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Who do you try your newly learned skills out on in the dojo?
In the dojo. I mean, everyone really.
Yeah, you've got to try at home before you try out in the world.
Yeah, I think pretty much everyone. Except Birdie, that feels weird. That feels, just as a child,
Child detective.
as a child identifying person.
Okay. So can you pick up your XP?
Yeah.
Silas, why is your hair all slicked back?
Do you like it?
Stop trying to give me candy, Charles.
All right, and I think so. Is that we done with downtime?
I think so.
Then I think there's a knock on the door.
Somebody banging on the window.
I can't get there.
What
my
do the
lips.
cats do?
Are quite chill actually.
Yeah.
Can we see? We don't know who it is.
Not until you go. look.
Well, I think we've got a little. I mean, we have like a whole hammock and pulley and rig system. So I think we kind of like we can one of us and up to one of the windows and like peeps out.
Yeah, and what do they see?
Who goes there?
I think they see a young 20-somethings elf. She's holding an iron helm under one arm and has some boots on, but is just in like a white tank top, and she's looking pretty calm. You don't see a weapon anywhere.
I open the
How
door.
else is she looking?
Open the door.
I'm pushing you out of the way.
I push you harder.
And you win.
That's correct. Just slides across the floor.
It's quite greasy.
So Finn opens the door.
Hey.
Oh, hi there. Can I come in?
Yeah, why not?
She steps on in. She has these really pale gray eyes, short cropped, like wavy brown hair, particularly long and pointed ears, even for an elf. And she just looks like wiry strong. She steps in and says, "So, I know about what happened the other night, and there are some people who are mad about that. What are your thoughts there?"
Mad at me?
Well, there are some people who definitely want to just kill all of you. And
We've done a lot of things. Which one specifically are we talking about?
Judging by the iron helm, I'm going to say fellers.
Yeah. You know, my comrades, they went on their own caper. They knew what the risks were, but, you know, they had friends. And those friends, well, they're not happy.
I think at this point, Birdie is like up in that little hammock and just winches himself down. It's like, friends don't let other friends invade other people's hideouts.
I approach and I make eye contact and extend my hand to shake and say, "Hello, I am Skyless, Sky Starful, and it is a pleasure to meet you."
She gives you one look up and down. She says, "Oh, hi there, Starless," and shakes your hand. "I'm Jack. Nice to meet ya."
It is a pleasure to meet you, and I respect your autonomy and also think your hair looks great.
I lean over to Alara. He's getting better.
She just raises a single eyebrow at you.
I think as she like shakes the hand, Starless lifts slightly off the ground.
So, how serious would you say this threat is?
Well, you know, they were 2 folks, 3 if you count Tuffet, crazy as he was. And, you know, people are liable to have a handful of friends when you're in this kind of business, spending all that time together and whatnot. You know, that would be a number that'd be concerning if I was you.
Well,
So what do you want?
Well, we have our own little problem. And if I tell folks that you're off limits, they'll respect what I have to say. So you take care of this here problem for us, and we'll call it square for now, at least.
Why us and not you?
Well, the CEO of Serenity Natural Pastures ordered a real nice big old wooden desk. And they ordered oak and they paid us for birch. And there was some contract shenanigans and whatnot. I won't get into the details, but let's just say we're mad. And we also do a fair bit of business with these kinds of folks. And we want to have a little bit of, you know, plausible deniability here.
I think she wants us to kill a guy.
I think she wants us to rough somebody up for money.
Oh, I just figured that we kill people now.
She can definitely hear you.
You just want hooligans, right? You just want us to cause a little trouble?
We're definitely hooligans.
Definitely don't kill people.
Based on your folks' reputations, a little bit of chaos is exactly what I'm looking for, and I think I'm in the right here place. So I do want you to hurt him, but not this fella physically. He's a little he's off limits, as it were. And so I want you to hurt him in the wallet, where it really hurts.
He's the CEO of what?
Serenity Natural Pastures.
They make those nuggets we like.
Yeah.
I really like those.
Does this mean we get to blow stuff up?
I would highly encourage some blowing of stuff up.
Yes.
And I'll throw a little extra your way if you can sink one of our axes straight into that desk. Just leave a big old chunk pulled out of it, just to get the message sent across to them.
So that means that you want them to know that it's you.
We want that person in particular to get the message from us, but we can't be seen roughing stuff up in the city.
Right.
Oh, we won't be seen.
I very much highly doubt that.
No, we won't be seen.
And so you do this for us, hit them in the wallet, you know, blow some stuff up as it were, and cause some chaos over there in their factory. And I will say that you're off limits to Tuffet and his friends' friends. And you send that message to us, you send that message for us, and I'll throw a little coin your way.
Now, could this result in anything other than just being off limits? Can we, have a partnership in the future? Are we friends now?
No.
No. All right.
Tuffet's still alive?
Tuffet's friends.
Tuffet, yeah.
Yeah.
Friends
Yeah.
and friends.
All right, so here's the deal of it is you cause chaos, and then basically your relationship with the fellas will improve from being currently status is -2, I think.
Yeah.
Up to neutral.
Probably neutral.
We could use
If
neutral.
you put the axe into the desk, which is in the CEO's office, like in the boardroom, then you get some coin as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
And do we have an axe?
We have 3.
You don't just throw those away, so I figure you have one around here somewhere.
Oh yes, those axes.
Mhm.
All right, Jack, I think you got a deal. I want to shake her hand, but I want to shake her hand harder.
So you go to shake her hand and try and shake it harder. She feels you squeezing and squeezes back so hard that your hand, like the bones in your hand, start to crunch together, and you feel something about to break. You're going to take a harm unless you resist.
Okay,
This.
so I'm doing a prowess resist, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna part that.
Yeah, so this mechanically is an example of dealing with someone at a significantly higher tier than you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That they can just do stuff.
I got 4, 4, 5, and 6.
You take no stress. You don't get hurt, but you are still out squeezed.
Finn is infatuated.
And as you're looking into her eyes as you make this handshake, they just look old. They look like they've seen things. She looks very young, but her eyes don't.
Mhm.
And I think you probably also see on her arms, they're just crisscrossed with scars, like long healed scars.
Do they look
But
like
so long healed that it's almost smooth again?
Do they look like combat scars, or do they look like she's been out in the woods a lot? Is this like a gather info? I want to know a little more about her.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's good.
yeah, I think so.
How do I
And,
do
and
that?
this could maybe be
Gather information with survey.
Okay.
Scar survey.
And I
Okay.
think this could be both what you can pick up now and like what you can ask around about afterwards.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I've got 2 survey die. I got a 5.
Okay. I think you don't know what weapon would have caused these particular scars, just the way they're crisscrossed and so fine and like so close together and just overlapping. If these were from like daggers or arrows or something, there would be like some serious long-term harm here. These are a bunch of very shallow cuts that have healed over. And that says to you, it's not any weapon that you're familiar with.
Okay.
Birdie is also infatuated.
Yeah.
Mama?
I think the I think that the other thing that you find out asking around is that Jack has been the leader of the fellas for as long as anyone can remember.
Oh.
I do like the idea that Birdie's like thing is battle-worn muscle mommies.
I think she just really commands the room.
Well, she must be a little bit like Birdie if she's been the commander for a long time, but looks so young.
Birdie goes over and says, "Milady," and tries to bow. It does like a very elaborate deep bow, and
I think we all need that pickup artist book.
She very daintily takes like the one finger that you hold out and gives it the tiniest little shake.
that's great. Birdie kisses her head and says, "If you ever require any assistance, do feel like you can cope on me.
Give me an attune roll.
Can I help myself out here?
You can push yourself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
That's a weird way of
Yeah.
of asking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Because if I have 1 pip, I just roll 1, right?
Yeah.
That's 5. That's a double 5.
Okay, sweet. I think something comes across when you kiss her hand.
Uh-huh.
I think it's like a flash of like a memory, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking this.
Yeah.
What's something that Bertie might remember that wouldn't make any sense given the timeline that we've currently been working on? Like something that Bertie might remember from a time that is well before the apparent childhood that he lives in.
I don't know. Running through a forest, maybe?
Yeah, that's nice.
Maybe it's like autumn and all the leaves are falling, and that's why it's so striking because we don't get to see that very.
Yeah. It's autumn, the leaves are falling, they're crunching underneath your feet as you run barefoot through the forest. And you look up at one of the trees and, 100 feet up, this gigantic tree along a thick branch that's heading sideways. There are, trees crisscrossing above to make this tunnel. You see an elf standing on top of the branch with their arms crossed looking down. And they nod at you. And it looks just like Jack.
That was weird.
She kind of raises an eyebrow and cocks her head a little bit, seemingly also feeling something, and
Bertie
shakes
thinks
it
to
off a little
himself,
bit.
yes, yeah, she likes me.
Bertie Riz. What's it going on?
The wall Riz.
Oh, there it is.
Love it.
Oh, man.
Okay.
She gives you all a nod and sees herself out. And as she's at the door, she calls back over her shoulder and says, What do we think we want to call that ceremony?
Oh, yeah, good point.
I guess we can open it up to everybody.
Yeah, okay. So the iron wall around the lower tier of the city doesn't stand up on its own, under its own weight. It needs magic to keep it afloat, basically, upright. And I think along the wall, every, quarter mile or so, there are these towers with, you guys can help me with the aesthetics of this and thinking perhaps some kind of flame or something on top, like something to indicate that there is magic that's being recharged that keeps the city safe.
I think it's more like a glowing sphere of light. Kind of pulsates.
I thought magic wasn't real.
Well, this is it, right? So we know that magic is real enough because the Lord Seven have it. It's just that it's been drained from the rest of the world, seemingly.
What if it's like little icons of like some of the old founding families?
That's kind of, I think it's going to be more subtle than a glow because a glow, like, you're like, oh yeah, magic.
Yeah.
Like magic wouldn't be as novel.
Yeah.
But if
Well, it
it
could be passed off as Glimmer.
could be passed
So
off.
maybe there are 7 statues, one for each
Yeah.
of the Lord
Yes.
Seven, and they each go and recharge their specific
Yeah.
node along the wall.
Yeah, so this magic that keeps the iron wall up needs recharging. And the process of recharging happens in these kind of public civic ceremonies in which one of the Lord Seven or more than one will come down and recharge it, and it's all a big song and dance, very pomp and circumstance.
How many are in the tangle?
I don't
Any
think
are
that-
in the tangle.
Yeah, the
You're not on
tangle.
the edge.
The tangle doesn't border the wall, so there. Yeah.
What
There-
about the water?
There is one in the lower Sun Pool district, like a little ways off the edge of the lake, but
But do we think it's magic or do we think it's something else?
I think that the Lord Seven do magic because that's
Yeah.
what the flickies that the Church of the Gossamer Veil show you.
How
They show
often?
the Lord Seven being awesome at magic.
How often are they doing this?
there's probably one of these ceremonies every 2 months.
And wait, so we know that magic exists.
Yes, we know that.
We
so,
can't do it, but the Lord Seven can do it and protect
Right,
us.
exactly.
Yeah.
So we know that part of the inequality of this situation is that magic and long life has gone for almost everyone, except for the Lord Seven. This is one of the established points.
Yep.
Although it's not quite a bright line because we know that some people, which seems like maybe Jack, Prindo,
Yeah.
Possibly Birdie.
possibly
Birdie.
may have some of the long life.
Yeah.
The magic, we know that there is some out there because we know there was some on the collector's house.
Well, now
Teasers is pretty
Alara
magic.
also can't really explain
Teasers
how
we know
she
is
can
very
see through her
long-lived.
pigeons.
Yeah. So there's some of it, but we know that the only figures who seem to be like elves of the ancient past are the Lord Seven.
Yep. Yeah.
And so you were asking like a name for this ceremony.
Yeah, like the recharging sort of the wall that one of the lords comes down and does.
Oh, and I think the retcon for why accepting magic was so traumatizing for Starless is that I thought what was called magic was like some sort of conspiracy theory.
I think that's probably popular.
Alara thought so too until we went into that one house.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, especially if there's not one of these batteries in the tangle.
And also that may even be a conspiracy theory that was conveniently placed by people who wanted to conceal it.
Yeah. And
Probably.
you were in like the Glimmer Corp engineering environment. There's like disdain for magic there. Like what they're doing is the real work, the real engineering, making stuff happen. And that's probably where you started to pick that up.
That's the quarterly statue checkpoint meeting.
It's all just a bunch of pomp and circumstance.
Yeah, it would have like a propagandist type name.
Something about protection.
Yeah.
Holy
Defense.
protection.
Something about the seven too.
Yeah.
Glamour party.
The Lord's fortification.
Okay.
Something.
The lordly fortification.
The lordly
Benevolent.
Something about bolstering. The benevolent bolstering.
Bolstering.
Yeah. The
Big bash.
Benevolent bolstering is pretty good. Maybe
I like
the Ben Bold.
yeah. Yeah.
The Bembo boys.
And so Jack looks over her shoulder and says, there's a Ben Bolt over in the Nest District in 2 nights' time. It's going to be crazy busy there. Security's going to be pulled away from the factory to support the event. That might be a good time. And she walks away.
Don't tell us what to do.
She said that might be a good time.
But it is a good idea.
Yeah, it might be.
Whatever, I'll do what I want.
Don't set the factory on fire, Cove.
Okay, so here's what we'll give you for free before any gather information. The Serenity Natural Pastures, and we know this because I think Cove did a bit of a baby jail internship there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Right, in a prison internship. It's
Kinder prison, excuse me.
Kinder prison, yeah. So the Glimmer Corp factories are sort of spread out around Lair Sample. The Serenity Natural Pastures facility is one huge mega factory, like one facility, where the walls are tall and windowless and painted with scenes of happy animals, cows, like gambling in meadows. So Cove, I guess you probably been into one section of it, which would have been like the textile processing. So you know that there is some section, and there would have been a worker entrance into that, but I don't think you went anywhere else. And it was a big hall with machinery and a bunch of people working in there, but you know that it was just a small part of the overall facility.
Yeah.
So that's all you know, basically, about Serenity. You also know that you were able to go there, and I think you were probably accompanied by probably glass soldiers, potentially taking you there. Clearly, the Nest District has its own gangs, it has its own political economy. So there are many dangers potentially. So the Tangle, you guys feel pretty safe walking through. You have your beef with the peg legs, you have your beef with the glass soldiers, and you kind of avoid them and brush up against the peg legs. An entirely new district is foreign territory.
Like in the Tangle, you know where to run and hide, and where you can pop into an alley when you see someone coming the wrong way. The Nest, who knows?
Might be a good time to familiarize ourselves with the sewers again.
Ooh. Yeah, nice idea.
Wouldn't it be nice if we had a boat for the sewers?
We were so close to getting that.
As a lightly wanted man, or elf, would the people of the Nest have been? Are they close enough in proximity that they would have been clued in or given some sort of notifications of, would they recognize my face?
At the nest, I think that bounty was just circulated within the fellers.
Okay.
And the fact that the senior feller just walked in and called you by your name seems like something might have happened there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think you're not unwanted posters, more
Yeah.
broadly
Yeah.
speaking.
Yeah.
Outside, you are, I think, in the tangle.
Yeah.
There are posters up with.
Okay.
I think specifically Alara, Cove, and Finn all have wanted posters up in the Tangle posted by the Church of the Gossamer Vale. And those have come up since your brawl at the Spectral Underground, where Birdie shot someone, Cove jumped on someone, and Finn beat up a bunch of people.
We've been vandalizing them. We leave them up, but we vandalize them.
You know, those pictures don't even really look like me.
I think maybe Finn's. There are a bunch of phone numbers written on
A lot of like most wanted. Like there's some lipstick stains.
So yeah, you're not going to face like identification and people coming after you for specifically who you are, but yeah, it's not going to be necessarily a safe environment, depending particularly on the time of day.
Sure.
In order to prepare for this, we gotta come up with some good like outfits, like sneaky outfits to like blend in.
Maybe there's like a festival outfit that people wear.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Everyone dresses like a big rock.
Or one of the Lord Seven.
Yeah, people dress like the Lord Seven. That's
pretty
so
cool.
funny.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
No.
And I think they have distinctive. They're like the Avengers thing.
Maybe
Yeah.
like hats. There's like a birdie. There's like a specific hat that represents each statue or like each person.
I think so.
One of
Factory.
them is named Rocky, so they do dress like rocks.
So the Cerny Natural Pastures factory facility takes up the bulk of the district, so it goes up pretty close to the wall.
Okay.
The buildings surrounding it and the rest of the district are little bits of employee housing here and there, like small kind of greasy spoon sort of cafes to feed the people who work there. It's really focused on that giant factory that basically feeds a good chunk of the city. And I think before we start getting into the mechanics of like exactly what we're going to do for the operation, someone doing some form of gather information is probably warranted, because you have really no idea what you're getting into.
Pigeons.
The Frickler. I forgot the Needler.
We could
No, we all get it wrong.
I like a Cove and Alara scouting mission.
Yeah.
That's a fun one.
and in real life
Wait,
we
you
love
guys-
each other
you
so
guys-
much
you guys
that this
know
works out.
The Needler, I don't remember.
The pigeon and the
Finn knows.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Alara specifically does not know, but thinks that the living needler has a great ass.
Okay. You look at the living needler's lips and you see that they are very, very oily.
Hey Cove, I've been meaning to ask you something.
I have, what should I look out for and what's the best way in? I think what's the best way in would be a good one.
Yeah.
So I
So
could-
you doing a gather information would be a great idea. Probably survey for this.
Survey.
All right, so Cove, you rolled a 5. So I think we're going to give you some options. Tell us, what's Cove's vantage point as you're surveying? And are you up on a rooftop? Are you like mingling in a local cafe? Like, how are you figuring it out?
Yeah, I'm up on the rooftop with my needler outfit. Laura, you're there with me?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Ooh, she knows.
She knows now.
So are we at night, do we
Yeah,
think?
nighttime,
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay.
She keeps looking at your butt.
The
That's not Cove. That can't be Cove.
the wings of the pigeons are beating in the nighttime air. The light is glistening off his lips.
It's like
Exactly.
like an 80s like action movie.
Very
sound,
much.
Sort of. It's John Carpenter.
It's raining and there's reflections. Of
Oh, don't get it on my lips. I can't wash this off.
Okay, so you probably check it out from multiple rooftop vantage point positions. You can see it's a huge facility. So again, the walls don't have many windows and they're covered with these bright and cheerful murals. On the top, you can see that there are on the roof of it, like those glass pyramids, which indicate that there are skylights. And that checks out with your experience of having been in the textile hall. You remember there was light coming in from above. You can see that there are large air intake pipes with fans moving in that are on the outside that are presumably ventilating the structure.
Okay.
You see that there are slunky drawn carriages that are going into and out of like a loading and unloading facility in one part of it. There is a door on one side, which is the door that you would have gone into, that was for the employees, where there are security at the door, they're checking passes. I think that's most of what you can see from the outside, from just a kind of stalking on the rooftop position.
Yep.
If you wanted to know anything else, you'd need to talk to people, as I would say.
So it wouldn't make sense for me to also do a survey roll?
Oh, actually, I mean, you can't see from the rooftop, but you could see from above, actually. So we said that there's these glass things in the roof. Yeah. Alara could see more things from above. Okay. Yeah, so you can roll up for another survey.
Yeah. That's a pigeon noise.
I mean, if it's a...
I rolled a 3 for... Where can I find that desk?
Okay, so I'm
But,
gonna
if
give.
it's a big boss desk, it's got to have windows, right?
So I'm gonna give you very,
What big boss sits?
very vague information. You can see several things through the top of the windows. You see through one skylight or several skylights in one area, some clunking machinery and steam hissing. Through another set, you see a kind of moving mass of what look like creatures. Is there anything else you plausibly see from above?
Maybe like conveyor belts.
Yeah.
And people like standing at them.
Right. So I think you probably see 3 parts of the facility that seem to be distinct looking from above. One's like clunky machinery, others people at conveyor belts, and other is all of these kind of moving creatures. But that's all you get with that roll.
If we try to sneak in to look like maybe one of the workers, or like if we have to repair something, if we all wear like those safety vests that, sometimes you see people wear, you can get in anywhere. Yeah, so that could be a good way. Or we can bust in through the top and, I don't know. There's these big old creatures that seems pretty scary. I don't know what they are. They could eat us.
I don't think they use dangerous creatures to make our sweet little nuggets.
No, but what if that could be what the
What,
creatures
Nada?
are made out of?
Wait,
Yeah,
I thought
they're
Nano
nuggets.
is what they're made of.
Let's just think about
Nada's a gutter bug. Yeah.
How big do
And-
gutterbugs get?
What if we bring Nada the gutter bug
Nada's
to
already
our
pretty big.
mission, and then Nada could be like, "No, these guys are cool."
you are assuming a lot there.
Yes.
Have we ever tried to see if
These guys are delicious.
Alara,
Oh no.
if Alara can see through Nada's eyes the way that she sees through the pigeon's eyes?
She's never tried.
It's the pigeons. Yeah, it's
only
limited to
pigeons,
pigeons.
okay.
I really like this maintenance guy ruse, especially since I get to maybe fix some stuff.
I like it, but what if we like supplemented that with, an explosion going off at the ceremony? So all heat is off us.
More explosions?
Yeah, we're
I'm listening.
set one off where everyone is not, put no one in danger, but
Yeah, Starless, you still have that button that makes things far away happen.
I sure do.
and then we can hopefully freely explore without the worry of being caught by a random worker because they're gonna be gawking at the explosion.
This seems like a good idea.
You could be like a sexy Unabomber.
So yeah, just for Reed who came back in the room, the suggestion is creating an explosion at the ceremony to distract.
What if we have a B team that cuts a hole through the roof, and then we have to use our little winches our little hammocks to lower ourselves down?
I've got rope. My hammock. I don't want to use my hammock.
If
I
we're-
sleep in that.
Yeah, if she's gonna fall asleep before we bring a hammock.
I do like the thought of some of us going in through the ceiling because that sounds fun.
I agree with that.
Yeah, so we have.
Okay, but can I be a maintenance guy?
Yeah.
Of course, you can be anything you want.
I want to be a maintenance guy too.
You could be a maintenance guy.
Yeah.
So you'd have to leave the pigeons outside.
And as far as the
Yeah.
distraction goes, I've been kind of tweaking that substance that turned me a little feral. And let's just say I've focused the kind of animal behavior that it induces.
What are you gonna tell us, or you have to wait?
You're gonna have to wait.
Oh yeah, I'm
that
definitely
makes
sticking with
planning a little
Starless.
difficult.
Let's just say the crowd's gonna be really distracted.
Okay, so there are several ideas here. There's the sneaking in as maintenance people. There's the setting off some kind of device at the ceremony that's coming down from the roof.
I think you gotta do that.
I think we combine.
I think we're doing it all.
Okay, may we do it all, dear GMs?
I think you probably need. Each player or each character could be doing one of these during the process. Yeah, so you would need to. If someone is setting up a thing at the ceremony, that was what they were doing during the mission.
Even if we have the remote device.
I think you got to be there for it.
Wow, dang.
I feel like Birdie would be the best to cover up and blend in and set off the device.
No, you guys really don't want me on this mission.
No, but
I think that's kind of too big of a sacrifice
yeah,
to be down a person, especially Birdie.
to have that, so we just nix the explosive. I was thinking, like, if you
I'm okay to take one for the team, but
But Birdie, if you had to make up a reason why you were somewhere, you'd be the best person to do it.
It's very heist movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Lots of potential complications.
Yes.
Who's like in charge of Serenity National Pastures? Is that one of the Lord Seven?
There's one of the Lord Seven probably is in charge of both the Down Under and the Nest, and they probably have independent like CEOs under that Lord.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and so the CEO of Serenity Natural Pastures isn't one of the Lord Seven, but directly reports to one of them.
Yeah, probably a nephew. That would be.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So we'll
Yeah.
probably be at, oh gosh, what do we call it?
The Ben Bolt.
We'll probably be at the Bed Bolt. The CEO will probably be accompanying the Lord Seven.
Probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, like having an explosion and running interference is not a bad idea.
Birdie's happy to go do that. Schmooze with the big wigs. Set up some fireworks.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So
Great.
So is it just Bertie at the ceremony?
Yeah, what could go wrong? How many civilians were at this? Yeah.
Public sort of ceremony festival sort of vibe. At least in like the front rows, there's a lot of security and like high up people in the city, like the CEO of Serenity Natural Pastures and one of the Lord Seven or two will be in the audience. So that area is probably quite secure, but it's just like a throng of people around that.
One of the Lord Seven has to be there.
Oh yeah, one of the Lord Seven is leading the ceremony, and there might be one or two more in attendance.
So I think let me just step back a minute.
I think the church is heavily involved in this.
Yeah.
This is a propaganda event.
Yeah.
So let's say there's a screen up already that the church uses to project and
Yeah.
you just take over the screen.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
you would have to knock their lantern out of the way and replace it with your own. Okay, great. That's the birdie part of the plan. What are the
Right.
rest of you all doing?
Clara and I are disguised as maintenance workers, and we are entering the building
Right.
to do some repairs.
He could be
normal
health
people.
inspectors.
Yeah, we see, Starless, you gotta really act like you're supposed to be here. That's what
I'm
what you gotta do.
Look, I've been developing my confidence, and I have been learning how to look people in the eye and shake their hands, and it'll be a little scary, but I'll be fine.
But you probably don't want to look too many people in the eye. You kind of want to just blend in here.
Okay, wait, but how much is too much?
Too much.
Too much.
Okay.
I'm just like staring at people as I walk past them.
Okay, so that's your point of entry before we get into the actual scene, and then you guys coming from the roof.
Yeah, we're
I
on
think
roof
that-
duty.
I think that'd be cool. Do we know of any sort of like? I'm assuming the fans are powered by Glimmer. Is there any sort of like Glimmer disabler?
Oh yeah, if you shut off the fans,
Yeah, just
that could be
some
what we're there
vents.
to repair.
Oh, yeah, could do that.
I don't know that there's an anti-glimmer field, as it were, but there's probably a way to disable the fans for sure. Like, just messing with the machinery.
I have 3 axes.
Percussive maintenance.
Yeah.
Percussive maintenance. That's hilarious.
All right, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Birdie's trying to blend in and be friendly, and then maybe gets dressed up as a fancy child,
I mean, always.
but
Yeah.
like with a I'm thinking like Victorian child with
Okay.
a boater hat and
Big
a,
lollipop.
Yeah, big lollipop. some long,
One of those
some tall
bikes.
socks, some little patent shoes.
Okay.
And And what are you doing in this outfit?
Just carrying a couple toys in a rucksack that happen to be spectral lanterns.
Mm-hmm.
And we can just like boop, 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 pop around the perimeter where I need to and swap them out.
Feels like deception.
Yeah.
Sure.
That feels like deception. Like, oops, I'm a kid. I walked into the projection room. I'm sorry.
With my weird Wally.
Mama! I'm looking for my mommy, Jack.
Yeah.
Just on a business trip.
Jack's my new mommy.
Okay, right. So
Great.
let's get these engagement rolls.
All right.
Yeah. So, loadouts first. You have to be light, Birdie, I assume, if you're doing deception stuff.
But I have so many spectral lanterns on me.
Uh-huh.
Like,
You have two.
But if you have spectral lanterns and weapons or gear and stuff,
Yeah,
it'll be obvious. But you can get away with a spectral lantern and a horniness bomb in your little rucksack.
sounds good.
Okay.
And then for Alara and Starless, I also assume light load. Otherwise, you'll obviously not be repair people. Finn and Cove, up to you. What you want your loads to be.
I feel like I should maybe go heavy for this one.
I've never gone heavy before, so I think I might want to try it.
Okay.
Heavy will affect like climbing and stuff.
Oh,
So totally up to you.
Okay.
Should we do it? I mean,
maybe
I
I'll go medium.
You go medium, I'll go heavy.
Okay.
So I think we got to start with Bertie.
Yeah. And so engagement roll for Birdie. Is this operation particularly bold or daring? Yes.
Maybe.
Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors? Also, yes. Those cancel out. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
Yes.
I don't think so. I
Don't
think you're in
think
a
so.
completely different district.
I
Like
think-
you're out of.
I think that I'm gonna bring
Birdie has other
the
ideas.
cats with me,
The cats don't know anything about this area.
No.
but they're cats.
They don't. No aid or insight from the cat.
No, he-
What about Durr or Marcus Dupree?
I don't think either of them would be open to helping
Fine.
with this particular
No,
thing.
no help.
Okay.
Birdie is on his own.
All right. Any enemies or rivals interfering?
No.
I don't think so. Any other elements you want to consider? Maybe a higher tier target will give you -1d.
What about the chaos going on?
Yeah, I
Doesn't
think
that
this
help
is
a
higher
bit?
tier.
Yeah. So you are rolling 0d for your engagement roll. So you roll 2 and take the lower.
Yikes.
And this is going to be the case for all of you, I think.
Okay.
Woo,
Boy.
2.
Woof.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start in a desperate position.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I think we open with Birdie opening the door to the projection room, and immediately there are 1 or 2 glass soldiers in there, just standing by their spectral lantern, getting it set up for the ceremony that's about to start.
Well, I think maybe there's glass soldiers guarding it and then a technician kind of.
Yeah. One glass soldier, 1 technician.
Yeah, that seems
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. In
And
the
it's
room.
a tent, I think. It's a tent
Yeah.
that they're setting up.
Mhm.
So let's think about the environment here. There's a crowd, there's a stage, there's the iron wall that you're pretty close to, and then there's the projector tent that you're in. And I think the intent is to project it up against the iron wall, perhaps even.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yes.
Yeah. And so you open the door and you immediately see these people who, the guard in particular, whips around and looks at you opening the back flap of the tent and goes, "What are you doing here, kid?"
Birdie licks his giant lollipop
Mm-hmm.
and says, "Oh, pardon me, mister. I was supposed to meet Federico, my nanny."
Okay, so this
This is
Such a polite young boy.
is this way.
a desperate sway.
So I'm using Cloak and Dagger, my special ability. So it means that when I use disguise or other form of covert misdirection, like a giant lollipop, I get +1d to rolls to confuse or deflect suspicion.
Nice, you're definitely confusing.
That's cocked.
Oh, okay, can I roll it again then?
Roll it again.
Yeah, roll. Yeah.
Fuck, you're so close. double one.
Oh, double ones.
Okay.
wow.
I got this.
Yeah.
So
This is Federico.
I'm Federico.
There you are.
the camera is outside the tent, and you hear from inside the tent, "There's hey, kid." And you hear this rumpus from inside. You see like a little birdie face poke out and then get dragged back in again. And then the flaps of the tent open and you just see it. You see this big glass booted foot kick Bertie like a football, just like across the crowd over the top of it. And he's sailing over it head over heels. And you land in one of the prison wagons.
This is a critical failure
Like
on a
covered
desperate
in
roll.
hay. Like I just like.
Don't forget your XP.
You take damage. Yeah, you like
That's probably a level 2 harm for a critical failure on a desperate roll. Like bad circumstances and a level 2 harm.
Yeah.
And
oh god. Oh, I think it's worse than that. You don't. Okay, I'm gonna give you a choice. You can either break a leg, or the spectral lantern in your bag is gonna smash.
or the bomb that's in this cage with just you.
Yeah.
The foam bomb?
The foam
Sex bomb.
Wouldn't it go off of outside of the carriage too?
This could be a very interesting
Not with this roll.
journey
Like
from
this
No,
is
it's not with
just
this roll. It's
well,
just Birdie
you
lands.
focused on it.
pivotal
Yeah.
moment.
Birdie lands in this wagon, has
I think I'm
time to adjust a little
sacrificing
bit in
the
air.
Spectral lantern.
Okay.
The snake priestesses of Sevenos.
Oh my god!
I mean, this is the one that
Starless will never
they were
forgive
burning.
you.
Yeah.
Cove was gonna destroy it.
Yeah, so we see Birdie sailing through the air, head over heels, and you're coming down to land, and you just see
tried.
Birdie orienting the body, and smack, the backpack hits.
I think we jump to Finn and Cove with the fans. Do we think different engagement roll, or do they start desperate too?
I think you can roll it. I mean, it's the same. It's
Yeah.
roll 2, take the lower.
Yeah.
Want to each roll one?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Got a 5.
I got a 6.
You got a 6.
That is a 6.
Sweet.
Okay, so we got a 5.
You start in a normally risky,
a risky position.
Yeah. So I think you have somehow bridged the gap from the buildings beyond onto the roof. You've achieved that. I think possibly. So there are certainly security personnel kind of patrolling below. And I think you're kind of on the edge here. You're on the edge of the roof. Roof extends long with these kind of various skylights in front of you. You are next to one of the air intake valves, the big pipes. But yeah, if you are too loud or screw up, then there are people who will notice.
All right, look for a way to shut this thing off, or before we start making some, axe noises.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a survey first to gather info. Let's see. I don't know that any of my questions are super.
You can
So
also,
if I say, how can I hurt them, can that refer to fans?
Yeah, totally.
How
Yeah.
can I hurt them fans?
Well, axe.
Try to hurt them fans. Okay, so I'm going to roll survey for that. And that's a 6.
great.
Nice.
Yeah, I think there's a little control box here up on top of the roof that you can see connects to the fan that's on the side of the building, like the intake valve on the side. And if you just smash up the control box and destroy the right wires, that fan will turn off and you can swing on down.
Sweet. I know we need to be quiet, so I'm wondering, I have a heavy loadout. Can I just have a big jar of Starless's special coconut oil goo? Just fuck this control panel up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mark one off your load. Starless is goo.
Special cue.
Starless's special goo.
Be careful on the labeling there. Which jar you grab.
And so the panel just starts sparking and the fan turns off.
Yep.
That was really fucking easy.
Thank God for that goo.
Thank you, Stylus.
All right. Well, I don't know how much of a drop it is. I brought a rope. Tie it to something, and we'll shimmy our way down on this
Yeah.
rope.
Do you think maybe since the fan isn't going, we can go through the fan?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is controlled, I think.
Yeah. So the fan is on the side of the building, so you have to climb down a little bit to get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not moving, so you can get through easy.
Sweet.
Yeah, and because it's stopped, it's a controlled situation.
Yep. Cool. I think it's still risky in case guards see you.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
What would we be rolling for that?
So like a prowl or a finesse or something?
Prowl.
Prowl?
Yeah. To scale down a little bit of the side of the building without anyone seeing you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 6.
I got a 3.
You succeed, but assuming you were leading Cove, you take 1 stress for the group action.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And how do you help Finn get in?
So I'll get in first. I'll kind of dismantle there's probably like a grate over it. So I'll put that on the roof and then I'll get in. And then as Finn's coming down, I notice her slip and I'll just kind of
goo.
on the goo, yeah.
So freaking gooey.
So I'll kind of grab her on her way down and I'll pull her in.
And the camera sees as Finn's boot slides into the chamber with the fan, a guard looks up and then kind of shakes their head. Doesn't seem to be anything there.
And a little drop of goo.
Yeah, and he keeps walking.
All right.
Pigeons.
Yeah, let's move into our final group.
Yep. In engagement roll as well for Alara and Starless. Roll 2, take the lower.
The mage and its crew.
All right, you do 1. I do 1.
Okay.
2. 1.
Oh,
yeah.
desperate position to start.
Okay.
So
Stop looking everyone in the eye.
I think
Trying.
you guys have made 2 cute little security passes.
Yeah.
Right. And you get up to the front door. The guy's like, Can we see your passes? Just scan them here. And you're like, scan. Oh my. You pass them over and they're like, this is a cereal box. Who are you people?
Well, I reach out and shake his hand and stare him and look him in the eyes. But then I'm looking down constantly, habitually. My name is Chuck Waffles, and this is my associate
Neil Raffaello.
Neil Raffaello, and we've been sent to repair the fans. And in our haste, I was unable to find my badge, and so I
And with the ceremony going on, we couldn't really get a new badge,
and I was
so
having cereal.
we're here. Do you want your fan fixed or not?
Okay,
you
sorry.
can hear it right
This
now.
would be a sway. Right?
I think it's a group sway since you're both participating.
Group sway.
What's your
Desperate.
Desperate group sway.
I have bad news.
Oh no.
Oh, we are not supposed to be doing this.
So you can push yourself. You got Devil's Bargain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those
Choose
are
the
your two
devil's
options.
bargain, guys. Don't be like me.
I think Devil's Bargain for me.
I think the devil's bargain would apply to both of you, and you can individually choose to push yourselves
Can
to
they
try and get
also
another die.
receive help?
No,
Because it's a group action. So
I think that's the way to do
and
it.
I think the devil's
Yeah.
bargain is, the way the city works. You give this person a coin.
Yeah.
That'll get you through the door.
Okay.
You got to bribe them.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Okay,
And,
then
we're gonna push ourselves too. I got
Yeah.
a 6.
I got 3 and a 2.
Oh, but
right.
do I have? I got a 6 and a 3.
Yeah,
the
so
6 works.
so the
Okay.
6 works, but you take 1 stress for Alara failing,
Okay.
Plus the 2 for pushing yourself.
plus the 2 for pushing yourself,
Okay.
and you spend a coin to bribe this guard.
Yeah.
Mark off a coin.
He's like, oh yeah, Chuck, Neil, come on in, boys.
I'm a woman.
The mustache.
I don't have a mustache.
Put her there, pal.
He's like, oh, you maintenance guys, so weird. Now get on in there. And he puts the coin. He's like, so yeah, you're through the first obstacle.
Thanks,
And
pal.
we flip back to Bertie spinning through
Yeah.
the air.
Which of
It's gonna be like Inception. It's just gonna be her in the air the entire time.
yeah. Which consequence do you want to resist? Do you want to reduce the harm or save the spectral lantern?
Definitely save myself. I need that leg. I need both my legs.
Okay.
Okay.
So roll for resistance then.
Yeah. And which do you want to break? The spectral lantern
Next year,
or the
or
or
the
the bomb?
I'm breaking the spectral lantern.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not breaking my leg, and I'm not breaking the bomb.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
How far away is this police wagon from the crowd? I assume that I'm close to the crowd. I'm like the other side of the crowd.
really close to the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So also what I'm going to do mid-flight is I assume that this bomb is kind of like a grenade. I want to mid-flight pull it out of my backpack, take the pin out, drop it on the crowd, and keep flying over it.
Sweet.
That is a desperate finesse to do it while you're flying through the air.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to have, before we get to the resistance of you landing, we can do this roll. So you're quite right. This is very Inception.
Yeah.
30, mid-air. Finesse roll.
Yeah.
Finesse.
Finesse, that's great. And I'm going to take a devil's bargain.
You get caught in the blast too.
Yep.
Oh, no. I'm
Regardless.
going to push myself. I'm going to push myself to throw this correctly.
Okay.
Okay. So not taking the devil's bargain.
No.
Correct. Cool.
Oh my.
Is that a boy flying?
Well, what are the consequences of this foam party? What's the issue of it?
They just break.
I think it's a level 1 harm super horny.
Yeah. Painfully horny.
Yeah.
No, he's gonna deal with enough pain. I don't want to be like injured and horny. There we go.
6. Okay.
Ooh.
You
Uncork
drop
it.
Uncork the vial. The foam within starts spurting out. A great gout of white foam sprays out of this bottle, and you drop it as you.
I think it like gloops out.
Yeah.
At first.
Yeah.
But then it definitely starts spraying, and you hear this like, oh, what's that? Euro disco.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And now you land in the cart, breaking the spectral lantern and rolling resistance to reduce the harm.
Please, I like my legs. 2 6
Oh,
1 1.
critical success. You clear one
You
stress.
clear a stress, and you only take a level 1 harm sprained ankle.
Yeah. Landing in superhero stance, Victorian child.
Why do I write down harm? It's the first time that Birdie has harmed himself.
In one of those boxes.
And I write what I have.
Yep, sprained
Victorian
ankle in one of the
sprained
boxes. Yeah.
Victorians.
Whooping cough.
Yeah. But Betty pops right up again, and as the foam is spreading through the crowd, and you see people are just like getting real touchy, also they're bopping up and down. Betty just feels this. Oh my god. Like, I can feel the love, yeah.
What? I cannot hear all of the music.
Wait, is Matthias peanut butter here?
Absolutely. Matthias Peanut Butter is so patriotic.
Is this Sandstorm? I feel like it's
my
like flashing back to one of
Yeah,
Birdie's.
Matthias-
by day.
Matthias Peanut Butter is definitely there.
Yeah.
Is he like pretends he's DJing up front?
Yes. Matthias is up there with like a vest.
Yeah.
Like some Oakleys, wraparound Oakleys on.
Really old
spiky
wax
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. In fact, he brought the wax.
Yeah, he just always has it on him. It's his favorite song.
Yep. So yeah, this is all happening. You've got a really good distraction. You could pause there, or you could attempt to kind of see what else is going on.
Yeah. There's a lot of goo in your pocket as the insides of the spectral lantern just start to ooze out.
Oh, yeah, what happened?
In the backpack, yeah.
I'm gonna go give it a proper burial. Take a moment for this. This is the one that Birdie sacrificed himself for.
Yeah, and you can see. So which Lord 7 is up on stage? Do we think?
I think it's Rocky.
Okay. What does Rockfort Luminos look like? So it's definitely in a kind of fancy suit, fancy shiny suit. I think
This one's a CEO, right?
of Glimmer Court, but also the head lord of the city. First among equals.
Yep.
I feel like he's kind of got a Giga Chad sort of
Yeah.
jawline.
Very much
He's
handsome,
so hot.
very handsome. But as we established, kind of small. But like he's wearing some big old shoes, and he's standing behind a lectern. I think,
Yeah.
so you can't quite see until
He's like Tom Cruise.
yeah, very much.
He's jumping on a couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the crowd, like the foam's going on, and he's starting to perform the ceremony. It's like, oh, jolly good! It's fantastic to see how many of you out here today. Oh, it's a real party, as always. Testament to the true grit and fun-loving powers of the nest. I've always said this is my favorite district, and let no one tell you any different. And then, so he's giving it all of this charismatic kind of crowd work. But then you see he lifts his hands up and something does seem to be happening. And you see that the tower above him, there are like these kind of threads of crystal in the stone that begin to kind of charge up with blue. And he puts, I think, one of his hands against it and it starts to charge upwards. But give me a survey from your position here.
And the church's montage of heroic shots of various Lords 7 starts playing projected onto the wall.
Yeah.
Bertie's not very good at survey.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Double six.
Double 6. This is phenomenal.
The combat.
After a double 1? Okay, so here's what you notice. So you had come to cause chaos and a distraction and some kind of horny explosion.
Which I did.
Which you absolutely did. You see up against the wall behind the podium that Rocky is standing on, there are some hooded figures who are like rustling and bustling behind, and you see them slam something up against the wall and then run off. I mean, hey, you got a critical success. It looks like a bomb. Yeah. It's like, that looks like one of the other things that Starless and Cove was suggesting for us. Yeah, and Rocky seems oblivious to this. He's completely focused on sending the power and the recharging up through the pillar.
And the crowd is too distracted to start yelling anything up.
Yeah.
This is your chance to be a hero, Birdie.
Yeah. And we skip to the folks in the pipe.
fan.
Yeah.
Ventilation tube. So yeah, you're inside. It's tall enough to stand up in, I think. And you can see it runs a long way into the distance and branches off in various ways.
Now, is there vents going into the building that we can see through to know where we're above at what points?
Right. I think there probably would be,
Yeah, there would be.
There's the exit vents for the air, basically, or intake, whichever one it is.
What do you want to look for the desk right now?
I think
Let them take care of the wrecking?
I think that's a good idea. I'm gonna send out tactical combat squirrel.
All right, you brought him.
I brought him. Yeah, new and improved legs. All right, so we're gonna send out combat squirrel to scout ahead.
Just along the pipe?
Yeah, I think he's scenting for the smell of wood.
Huh.
Who could find a tree better than a squirrel?
That's a good point.
I heard squirrels used to like trees before.
Now they only like combat, though.
And tactics.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think, is there any chance that this works? Is it worth
I think it's a super limited effect. Maybe
Yeah.
no effect.
Little to no effect, right?
I think maybe it's no effect, and you can trade risky position to make it desperate position and get lesser effect.
Yeah.
Is that good?
So you can do a desperate position, lesser survey roll to maybe get a little bit of information, and the consequences for failing are bad.
We have eyes. We can just look around.
I forgot. Combat squirrel doesn't have eyes.
You keep just taking him out of the bag. You're like, is it time, mother?
Go back in the bag.
It's not the right
almost.
situation. But it'll come.
It's coming.
There'll
All
be
right.
a time.
Not yet, baby.
Yeah. All right, Cove, you take the lead.
All right, I brought slippers for both of us so we don't
Nice.
make noises on the metal.
Oh, very good.
Oh
Great.
yes, you brought me the bunny ones.
Yeah, mark one off your load for fuzzy slippers.
Yeah, that's great. You're able to proceed very stealthily.
Cool.
I think that makes any stealth related thing controlled instead of risky.
So yeah, give us a survey then for when you kind of find a place and look out to see where you are.
Okay.
I got a 3.
Oh, I got a crit.
Oh, you got double sixes?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, I'll take
Sweet.
stress
Awesome.
from myself.
Yeah, one stress for Finn. So, Finn, what does it look like as you're leading and see nothing? And Cove gets important information.
I say I'll lead, but Cove's in front. We're crawling through the tunnels.
It's just so dark you don't see Cove in front of you, and you think he's behind you.
And then I finally see him, and I'm like, maybe Alara has a point.
Yes, but
Yes.
Hey.
Yes, but.
okay. So okay, here's what you see. You kind of take the grill off a little bit, poke your head down, look around. You are up 100 feet above a vast room of pens, and you can see gutter bugs gutter bugs by the tens of thousands, like wriggling down beneath you, and you can hear this like chittering sound. There are walkways or gantries that are slightly elevated above, and you can see workers walking along them with big sacks, like throwing out grain or food into the enclosures, and wherever they throw it, the gutter bugs swarm over it. So this kind of like field of gutterbug pastures goes on and on into the near distance. It's a long, huge kind of aircraft carrier sized room. But as you kind of look around and you're up in the ceiling, you see that there is also a mezzanine level of rooms hanging suspended from the ceiling a couple of 100 meters away, accessible, you think, by you can get close enough to possibly jump over to them or whatnot from the pipe system. You can see from here, again, critical success. There's a gantry, there are stairs that go down from that onto the lower level, and you can see what look like some kind of office workers and some security personnel going up and down the stairs. They're going into various of these offices, but there is one room in particular that looks fancy. It's got big glass windows that look out over the entire area, and you can't see from this distance exactly what's inside, but it looks like a fancier office than the rest.
All right, well, I guess we aim for that, but it's a trek.
Oh, that's fine. I was wondering if maybe we should split up and you head that way, and I let the gutter bugs out.
Just split it even further. I think that's a good idea.
Truly?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do it. We just need Alara and Starless to split up, and we've got the set.
The full split.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I'm actually gonna wait. Cove, how long do you think it'll take you to get to the office?
5 minutes?
Yeah, not long. The challenge is going to be getting from the pipes over to the office.
All right, here, you take an axe.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait 6 minutes, and I'm gonna release the gutter bugs.
Okay. How do you? It's not going to take long afterwards to put an axe in the desk. How do you want me to help you afterwards?
Open all the doors you see.
Okay.
Gutter bugs get everywhere.
Okay.
All right. Sweet. And we go to the maintenance crew.
Yep.
You're inside. You're in the corridor system on the lower level. There are maps in here, actually. So you can see, there are signs pointing to, I think that they're very much, words that are the nicer version of the real thing. What do you call those? It says to the pastures.
Right, yeah.
To
Euphemism, right?
Yeah,
Sunny pastures.
Euphemism.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
To the processing facility.
Yeah.
What would be the double speak for the process?
To the feed stores.
Yeah.
To the tasty place.
Yeah. And then to garment. Garment district.
to Gutterbug transition facility.
I wouldn't say gutterbug.
No, that's
absolutely
true.
not.
No.
Protein
happy
trans-
Yeah.
happy cow transition.
Nugget Town.
Nugget Town. This way to Nugget Town, it's a smiling gutter bug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It was the feed fans, right? I think that's what it was.
The feed fans?
Yeah, the feed fans.
Yeah, the feed fans.
Yeah, that's what that's the fans that were sending off the error signal, right?
Yeah. It's the feed fans.
okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go take a look at the machinery in Nugget Town, and just make sure that wasn't affected by the abnormality. And I think maybe you should go check out the pens.
The pens.
Yeah, the pasture.
Okay.
I mean, because
The fan system goes
canonically-
everywhere.
Yeah, and also canonically, we don't know that Finn has gone rogue. We think we're the saboteurs.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll go check out the fans.
All right, see you later, partner.
So, Alara, you head off towards the pasture.
Yes.
You're going down these low-lit, kind of concrete, fluorescently lit hallways, and you come out on the ground floor of this massive room. There are pens as far as the eye can see. They're all kind of depressed a little bit down in pits and have fences around them to try and prevent any gutter bugs from escaping, and the smell here is awful. It's just like garbage.
Yeah.
Is what it smells like. What do you want to do? How do you want to proceed?
Feels like maybe like a survey to see like where there might be like a gate that has like a latch that is weak, or that I could potentially, I'm thinking like get with my arrow or something.
Or even like a command center.
I think there are like
Yeah.
hundreds of these pits around.
Okay.
I think what you want to be looking for is like a command console sort of thing. Yeah, go ahead and make that survey roll.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's no door to the outside.
No, not in here.
Thinking about the flow of it, there would be doors moving from the pastures into Nugget Town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only place that these creatures get to go.
Yeah.
So you could certainly.
Sounds like they're going to be going to Nugget Town.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess
Yeah.
typically it would be set up so that one pen gets to go at a time, right? So you could certainly overwhelm the system.
Yes. That seems like a little bit of chaos. Okay, so survey to find this control.
I
Center.
think just to give a little bit of extra color too, there are lights above each of these pens. I think that they're like cycling to create the illusion of a kind of diurnal cycle. So it's like you see these lights going thump, thump, and like maybe a third to half of the lights on, and then a third to half of them are off, but it's moving. So you're seeing this thump, 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 and that, and the kind of the crittering and the whistling and stuff underneath. That's the sound and the vibe of the place.
Ooh. So this is a hard one. Yeah. Okay. That is a 5.
Great.
Make success.
Yeah. It's in a difficult spot.
Oh, okay. So I reckon here's the thing: you can do it, but you're going to realize that their path to Nugget Town goes through precisely where you're standing.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
So, is she in the same room that we are looking down on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I don't think you even need to fire an arrow. You like look to one side and you are by like this massive doorway.
Yeah.
And you see this big lever and you're like, oh.
I wonder what this big lever does.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The doors slowly open behind you.
Yeah.
And you can just see all of these red lights going down the length of the room. Chung, 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 chung. Just all turn green.
And the floor underneath you starts to move.
Oh,
It's a
boy.
yeah.
You're on a
con-
conveyor belt.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see like one after the other. You're looking down. You see the gates starting to open, and they like. I guess Alara, you just pulled all the levers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of these gates are opening, and
Like
yeah,
that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah. It's kind of like an elevator. You just swipe your hands over all of the buttons
Yeah.
on this giant control panel.
It was. She had a good time doing it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Made a Christmas tree first.
and you actually you start Cove looking from above. You can see like the movement starts, and then it just amplifies and amplifies and amplifies, and all of these color bugs are surging through the open gates, and you start seeing some of the workers who are on the gantries feeding them just like losing balance and falling in, and you hear this oh my god.
Yep. And as Alara is on this conveyor belt with a wave of gutter bugs coming towards her, I think we have to see what Starless is up to.
Yeah, so I've stepped into the transition center, the
Nugget Town.
Nugget Town, right? Yes.
Yeah, it's huge.
I'm just
it's like,
adm-
it's like a bottling plant.
And I'm admiring this machinery
Yeah,
with
a lot of
with
minces.
sorry.
A lot of minces.
Yeah, a lot of minces. I'm admiring it with both like an appreciation for its massive scale and engineering, and also there's like a good amount of like terror because it looks like a machine that is designed to turn living beings into flesh nuggets.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's running.
I think you can see the giant doors opening, and there's kind of a pit right in front of the doors.
Okay.
You can hear like whirring
Okay.
machinery inside the pit, so you can see a little bit into the chamber beyond, but it's a little bit obscured by like the walls of this pit.
You've gone down some metal stairs into the room. Like the servicing of it happens at a level below.
Yeah.
So like the way that it should work. Yeah, the gutter bug should drop into this pit. They get
Yeah.
sausaged up.
Yeah.
And all of the machinery, like maintenance happens from below.
I might get a sense of urgency just from the development of these doors opening, but I am not working with the same urgency that if I knew Alara was in danger.
You just hear the alarms going. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh, that's weird. But I think I'm going to set to work my intention is to sabotage this machinery. And so I'm going to set to work. I think I have, I'm rigging the place with explosives, humming my favorite Iron Slonky tune to myself, and really just kind of shaking my head over, like, what a shame. What a shame.
Beautiful machinery.
Beautiful.
I think this is a wreck to set the bombs, and I think it might be desperate because this is super dangerous machinery you're getting really close to.
Yeah.
And-
And you're not the only one in here either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There's some pretty burly gentlemen.
Yeah, and I'm just, waving to them and being like, yeah, just some monitoring devices. So I'm going to do wreck, and I'm going to push myself.
Okay.
So I marked down 1 stress.
2.
2 stress. Oh boy, this has been a stressful mission.
Boy.
I'm getting close, and let's see what happens. Oh god, okay, good, a 6.
1 to 2.
A 1, a 2, and a 6.
Okay, so as you're playing one of the bombs, another kind of maintenance dude comes up behind you. He's like, "Hey, what you doing, mate? What are you putting on their machine? That beautiful machine."
It's just a monitoring system it's a monitoring system that will assess whether the intake fans are properly cooling the machinery.
That's blooming smart. So you're saying that if we do that, we'll make more nuggets per hour?
So many more nuggets per hour. Although it's going to create a bit of a kerfuffle in here. It might get a little dangerous, so I'm gonna suggest that you immediately and rapidly vacate the area.
What? And miss the opportunity of seeing more nuggets?
No.
I'm going to be right here.
No. The nuggets we won't be able to produce nuggets for quite some time. Now would be an excellent time for a hasty lunch break.
Did he say no more nuggets?
I get more nuggets.
He can't be serious. No, we need to create more nuggets, even more right now. I can't wait to tell my wife Dorothy and my sweet baby children all about this new nugget technology. I'm gonna have a front row seat to this.
I think I see them actually outside.
We still haven't Dorothy and the kids over for dinner on Friday.
In fact, all of your families are outside, and
Is Starless just running away?
My dad's been on a business trip.
And as your explosion happens, we cut back outside to Birdie.
Wait. Let's give you one chance for a sway.
Okay.
For a sway on.
Yeah. Desperate sway for sure.
oh boy, and I have
and this-
no sway.
This doesn't affect your safety at all. It just affects whether you can sleep at night.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, I do love this machine.
I got a 5 and a 4.
Oh, okay. You can save one.
You can save either my guy or Tom's guy. Do you want to save the one who's married to Dorothy and has the kids, or the one whose family is having them over for dinner on Friday?
I'm gonna save Dorothy's husband. He's,
Okay.
You weren't even gonna ask a question. Who did you vote for?
Yeah, and you save Doris' husband, and as you're running together towards the exit, he starts telling you about all his racist views. I love child prison.
We just need to make Glimmer Falls great again.
And with these nuggets.
Okay, you run towards the exit,
Oh,
yeah.
and the bombs start going off.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And we cut outside to Birdie.
Betty's looking at another bomb that's against the wall, and
Yes.
you see a light on it, and it is ticking, and Rocky is speaking to the crowd, and he's infusing magic into the tower. He seems oblivious to it. What do you do, Bertie? You're in a cage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Birdie's in a cage, and
Open
Birdie.
top at the very least, because you fell in.
Yeah.
Right. And is the cage moving, or am I?
No.
Am I in the way of a blast? Does Birdie know about bombs?
You're pretty far away from Rocky.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're not in immediate danger.
I'm not immediate. Are the people in immediate danger, or just Rocky?
You don't know?
You don't know how big the bomb is.
No idea.
But everyone between me and Rocky is just in some sort of foamy fuckfest, right?
episode title.
And it's spreading further and further towards the front where the fancy people are. It hasn't quite reached them yet.
How would I even? I can't get over there. What am I gonna? I could yell. What does Birdie think about Rocky as well? I just don't. I think he's okay with Rocky getting exploded.
Yeah.
Birdie has so many layers.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, this is a really old man who's oppressed us, I think. Send us to kindergarten.
Here's another
He
thing.
is actively keeping the forest at bay by suffusing the wall with magic, but also
Forest
owns and
Morris.
runs Glimmer Corp.
So specifically, it was Lord Justice who sent you to kinder prison,
Yes.
not Rocky.
Okay,
Yeah.
not Rocky.
Rocky gave an address at your birch ball game, and so the Tangle that the Lower Sunpool district was his favorite district in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
He also
know.
employs hot cops.
Yeah.
He doesn't play hot cops.
Maybe he's more of a Hugh Hefner than a Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
So, okay, maybe this. I think Birdie is going to use his fireman voice, big, strong fireman voice, and he's going to grab a piece of paper that he had in his back pocket that he was going to use to write his parents. And he's going to make a little cone.
Okay.
And he's going to project his voice through that cone at Rocky. Lord Rocky, your glass soldiers have failed you. There's a bomb behind you.
Nice. This is good. This is command, I think. Probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not good at that.
I think it's controlled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Nothing bad will happen to you if you fail.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. But yeah. Controlled for Birdie. You know the consequences.
It'll attract some attention to you, and then
yeah.
And then I think I'll throw it. I think I'll save it. I'll add in. Save yourself and come talk to me later. Or like save the bomb. Stop that and let's be friends.
save the bomb, stop that, and that's friends. Okay. Good stuff.
Yeah, that
Very
that kind of
confusing
trails off a little bit at the end. But
Wait, so keep the bomb?
Yeah, save the bomb.
Save the
All
bomb.
Diffuse the people.
Diffuse the bomb. Let's be pen pals.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So
command.
roll them up's command.
Can I do a devil's bargain for this? Oh, why not? No, I don't need to do that. I'll just stress myself out a bit.
Okay.
Because I don't.
I was going to say, how funny would it be if they found a bomb device on you?
No.
No, Birdie already dropped it.
So
did he?
if you were to take a devil's bargain, I think it would be that you would be blamed for the bomb.
No.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Yeah.
That's his worst nightmare. Birdie hates fire and
Marshall
bomb.
penalty.
5.
5.
Ooh.
Okay, I think this is what you get for 5. You're shouting. It's very loud. The movie's playing. Rocky's speaking. The crowd is getting hornier and hornier by the minute. But so you're shouting, and you manage to just about. You get through, and Rocky looks over in your direction, and you're like shouting, and you're waving at him, and you're pointing at the bomb behind, and he like looks at you through squinted eyes, and then he turns around and looks behind him, and you see the tick, 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 and the lights going, and you see turns around, his eyes widen, and he blinks and goes completely out of existence, and the bomb explodes.
This
And it-
bitch.
It ripples out from the wall, and you see iron like flung everywhere. The pillar that he was charging cracks, and like the magic vents off into the air, and like the debris of the stand of the wall and the wooden platform just showers into the crowd.
Does
Explodes
the
outwards, but explodes
foam-
inwards as well. And you see,
Yeah, does the phone protect
I
people?
think it helps a bit, but I think people are getting hit by kind of wall-sized blocks of iron.
Oh my
And
god.
so you're seeing people get crushed. Like I think the foam is helping somewhat.
Yeah. Someone gets absolutely dinged by a cast iron pan that was part of the wall.
Yeah.
Just like hit right in the head. Yeah. They go straight down.
And there's a huge cloud of dust and like this explosive force, and it all comes in. People are screaming. You can see people are screaming for horniness. People are screaming out in pain. And as the kind of dust starts to settle, you see the forest outside, and in the air you see kind of blown through in the wind gently but ominously this kind of
How far away is the forest?
close.
Yeah.
Like 100 feet away or so.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Outside the wall.
Yeah.
And you see this like flickering something in the air. And that's what's coming towards you. And we'll move on to one of the other groups now.
No.
Well, groups, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Individuals. Who's ready to go next?
So I'm climbing across some pipes.
Yeah, you come up to the gap between where the ventilation system ends and the gantry starts that you need to jump across.
Yeah, so I think down below you and about 5 to 10 feet away, you can see the front window of this office. So like, I don't know how you would get like through the glass or whatnot. And then there's also another kind of 10 feet away, there's the walkway, the gantry that would then lead around to the door.
I'm going to just jump to the walkway then.
Okay. This is probably Prowl
You can twist your ankle for sure.
or fall 100 feet to your
Yeah.
Gutterback Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. I'm going to push myself by getting rid of my special armor. So it's like a free push yourself.
Nice.
Great.
I'll just take off my bulky. All right, we got 5, 6, and a 2.
Great.
Sweet. Yeah, no problem at all. You land, you roll, you crouch, and you find yourself, so you're in this gantry at the corner at the top, you see on your left, there is what looks like this fancy chairman's office, the CEO's office. There's a door there. It's wooden, I think. It looks really fancy. You see the label that says CEO. To the right, you see a much larger room kind of going off that looks like some kind of barracks or security.
Okay.
Yeah. And the door to that is metal, I think.
I'm just going to focus on the wooden door. I'll just try the handle.
Yeah, it's definitely locked.
Okay. I'm just going to try to do a quick lockpick in there.
Finesse?
I brought a lockpick.
Yeah, and I think so. This is a tier 3 target, so it's going to be a very difficult lock to pick for a tier 0 still. It's possible, but it'll take time.
I'm going to roll straight for this one. That's a 5.
Okay. A tick towards success. You have your tools in the lock and you're starting to move them around. You can feel one tumbler move.
How many clock segments are there?
I think this is probably 4.
4, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So 4 clock segments with the mixed success. I think you hear, not immediately next to you, but on the walkway below, feet coming up the metal walkway.
Okay. Yeah.
Over to Finn.
Okay, so I'm like up in a vent overlooking the natural pasture. Do I see all these gutter bugs moving?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, you see that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you hear the screaming of people getting sucked into the mess of them.
Ooh, okay. So I'm gonna push open this grate and look out and just indiscriminately, like I think Finn will have a rope and we'll maybe see if she can just kind of tug the nearest person up altruistically.
Okay, so
You know,
save
she's-
them from falling over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just like if there's a person nearby, so I'll load out like a carabiner and rope.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's controlled, I think.
I'm going fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
May-
it's prowess. It's
There's a chance it's command to make them notice you up here because there's a lot going on down there.
Are they? Would you consider them frightened?
Yes,
Yeah,
certainly.
I would take an extra
they're
die to
definitely
that.
frightened.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you could shout down like,
Come with me if you want to live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one.
yeah.
Okay.
Get to the chopper.
No, get away from the chopper.
Get away from the literal chopper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a 6.
Nice.
Who'd you save?
My guardian angel.
Don't get too excited.
You're so strong.
Why,
Oh, wow.
Thank you. Gosh.
Who are you?
Well, Guardian Angel, that's me. Guardian Wolf, you see the mask. Do you travel these kind of grates often? You got any kind of keys or anything cool or fun? Security keys, card keys?
I've never been in this grate in my entire life. Usually it's just air up here.
Oh, you're so hysterical. Let me give you a gentle pat down to calm you down. Looking for
Such a firm hand, so calming.
Thank you.
I think all you get is a pouch of gutterbug snacks.
And I think maybe like a ID badge.
Yeah, an idea.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll slip the ID badge. Just go go that way, and then you'll get to the side of the building, and you can rappel down if you're.
Rappel down.
I'm sure you can figure it out. Goodbye.
And you like stand up to your full height, and they look up and hear like the tone of voice in goodbye, and they just start sprinting down the pipe. Thank you, my guardian angel.
You're welcome. Yeah, fishing is fun.
And I think we go to Alara.
All right.
You're on the conveyor belt being pulled towards this pit of spinning blades.
And there's explosions happening below.
Yeah.
You see a
and-
man get saved.
Yeah. you do see a rope dangling from a distant vent, and there's a wave of gutter bugs coming down this conveyor belt towards you.
My thought would be, okay, go follow the conveyor belt down and try to jump off of it. Knowing that she might twist an ankle or hurt herself, but like,
Or be thrown into the jaws.
right, don't want to be thrown into the bleeds.
Yeah.
Nugget
Yeah.
Town. Don't want to go to Nugget Town.
I think if you like jump at one side of the big door, you can try and grab onto the edges of the kind of cage that encloses
Right.
the blades and just kind of like get your arms over and have your feet dangling down and like try and shimmy on up over there. That is extremely desperate.
Yeah.
And what would you call that?
Prowl, probably, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna push myself just thinking about the training I just had with Finn being like, okay,
Yeah.
upper body, hold your core.
Any
No.
devil's bargains and such are available to you as well.
Nah, I'm
All
gonna
right.
roll 2.
All right.
6.
Yeah. So as a sea of gutter bugs is launched into this abyss behind you, we see Alara jump in slow motion, reaching out for the edge of this like metal box essentially, and just with one hand you grab on to the lip of it and start to slowly pull yourself up as you can just hear the mulching sound beneath you.
And yeah, that and then this percussive sound of explosions happening amongst the machinery.
So there are like shards of metal flying through the air.
Oh, good. I'm glad I
So-
rolled a 6.
Yeah.
It's every solid, I think.
Yeah.
So you're
So now I'm in the hallway with
With what do we think this guy's name tag says?
Very.
Barry? Yeah, you're
Well-
out in the hallway with Barry.
Something went wrong with your monitor.
that happens. Did the other gentleman get out?
Oh no, he looks dead.
Oh
I
boy.
think I can see one of his hands.
Oh boy. Well, Barry, yeah, as you said yourself, sometimes these things happen.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did, and it's not my fault, but
But we need to go report
I
this
need-
to health and safety.
indeed we do. Why don't you go do that, and I'm gonna go grab a form that you're gonna need to fill out to get reimbursed from my maintenance company.
Okay, that's probably this way.
That's a 1 and a 4.
Okay.
And I have no no, that's
Oh.
a 1
That's a
Yeah.
one.
because I have no sway.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he looks at you, looks down at your fake ass badge. He looks back through the window of the room and at the severed hand of his friend, and he just punches you on the nose. He's like, "You're an intruder!"
I probably deserve that.
So you take one harm.
Oh boy.
Broken nose. I think.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Security! Security! This guy's not a real maintenance guy.
I'm gonna make a dash in the opposite direction, toward where I parted ways with Alara.
Okay. Now I think we go by Betty. You are witnessing the aftermath of the explosion.
Yeah, and Birdie definitely looks like a Victorian child in an iron cage
Yes.
/ crib.
And you can see this something in the air is coming
Yeah.
towards you.
It's like this wave of green, slightly glimmering, probably pollen.
Yeah, Birdie doesn't
Coming
like
towards you on the
that.
breeze.
Birdie is afraid, and he's going to, with his sprained ankle, climb out of his iron Victorian crib and leave.
Yeah, I think this is desperate to do that before the pollen gets to you. Prowl, probably.
Sweet. Let's take a devil's bargain.
What might you have on
That's what
you
it says
that
here.
would reveal the identity of the teasers?
Oh, yeah.
One of your letters.
Yeah.
Oh, a letter.
From Bertie Esquire Thumblesticks in the
That's all.
dojo.
Dear parents,
Yeah.
here's everything we've done with everyone I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I think that's it. You leave behind an incriminating letter.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Come on,
Starless isn't even dead.
there's like a fuck fest going on and like a murder and there's this chaos and there's an explosion.
Okay.
No one's gonna care
Yeah.
about this letter.
Unless they're using it to tie the entire thing to us.
Yeah.
We gotta work on OPSEC.
I love it.
Is that a 2 and a 3?
That's a 3. I
That's
get the better
full
one.
fail.
Yeah. Okay.
That was desperate.
Right. So
That's-
I think that the attention of the glass soldiers turned directly to you. You were shouting before, like you attracted everyone's attention. They come and grab you. So they like open the doors of the cage and 2 glass soldiers kind of grab you one each by one of your arms and they like lift you and they are carrying you away.
Yeah. As this wave of pollen washes over you.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
them.
so we're all covered with pollen.
Everyone. Yes.
And what
it's
happens
like
then?
the breeze has picked up and it's like
Yeah.
sweeping now through the
Okay.
district. As you're being carried away, you see a figure who you recognize, Lord Justice, stepping up from the crowd onto the platform. And you see like a kind of aura around the Lord. Doesn't seem to be affected by any of the pollen or anything that's happening. And you see him as all of the crowd is kind of in this crazy state and with all of this destruction around him. He just like turns, puts his hand on the wall and his other hand, and you can feel the power flowing out of him, and you see the wall lifting back up into the air and rebuilding itself and re-knitting. Wow.
And you can hear echoing so loudly throughout the district, "Stay back, you foul beast," as he's just screaming at the forest and willing this wall back into place.
Yeah, he's laying like a torch now with magic, and yeah, the wall is being put back up again, and the flow of this pollen seems to be stemmed as the lantern is relit above there.
Are we affected all by this pollen?
We'll see.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But you're being carried off.
Yep.
No.
By the glass soldiers.
Kicking my feet.
Yeah, like your
Yeah.
feet aren't touching the floor.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
convenient because my ankle's sprained.
Yeah.
So if you take a trauma, you exit the story and show up back at the hideout.
Yeah.
This is an opportunity to resist the consequence, and taking a trauma and going home might not be as bad as the glass soldiers carrying you off.
I'm gonna resist it.
Yep.
Okay, let's see.
4.
You take 2 stress. Is
All
that-
right, and that is enough to get some trauma.
Okay.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. So the pollen washes over all of you, and the 2 glass soldiers that were holding you just kind of go catatonic in place, just standing there, and drop you, and you start to see things, and that's where we leave Birdie. And you'll tell us what the pollen made you see and what that trauma looks like for you.
What the traumatized by. Okay, back into the factory. Cove, you were by the door. There was someone coming up the stairs and you were working on the lock.
So the only way that I can get this open is a crit because that's going to fill up 3, right?
In 1 round, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to forego that completely. I'm going to try to kick this down. I have no pips in rec, so I'm going to push myself, which will give me 1, and then I will also take a devil's bargain on that.
Okay.
The devil's bargain, I think, is someone hears this happening,
Sure.
and people will start moving in
they'll-
your direction.
Yeah, they'll follow you in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably from the security office next door.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you can get in maybe, but there would be
Yeah.
people after you.
Yeah.
I want to
That's
start
true.
making my way towards Cove because he said he was going to be here, but he's not.
No.
I think it's a 3 and a 2. But okay, so what happens with this? I have Devil's Footsteps. When you push yourself, you can do a feat of athletics that verges on superhuman. Does it have to succeed in order to do that?
I think you can succeed. You're going to hurt yourself unless
Yeah.
you resist.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can like kick through the door, but it might break your foot.
So
I will do that. That's a 1 and a 4.
2 stress.
Too stressed. Does that
Your
traumatize you?
friend is traumatized.
You kick the door down. You resist having your foot broken. And like Finn, I think as you are like looking out one of the windows in the pipe, you see like just the glass on this front of this thing shatter and just Cove like flying out through it, screaming, and looking back through the broken glass, you see an axe like embedded in the desk.
All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
And
Cove,
you see like 3 or 4 guards in the room looking down to where Cove has just jumped to.
and Cove just disappears into a massive gutter box.
I think, Finn, as you see that, you start to see some of this like green pollen coming into the building. It's a little bit heavier than air and starts falling down onto the gutter bugs. And as it hits them, they just start to writhe and grow. Their eyes go bulbous and purple, and they just look like they've been thrown into a frenzy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, they're noticeably bigger.
So I've moved a little bit and I'm looking down in here. Can I see Alara down here?
Would you have been like crawling around to get back into the original room? Like I think you could get around on
Like the entry room?
the pastures where you came from.
Oh,
So you're on like a kind of
With the gutter bugs?
metal gridded box, right?
Yeah.
probably not in the same room as the gutter bugs because that's so
So your
chaotic.
two choices are the exploding room of machinery death or the gutter bug pastures.
Yeah.
So then probably the gutter bug room.
Yeah.
So I think, Finn, you do see like Alara's hands kind of creeping around the side, coming back into the room.
Okay.
In the direction you just came from.
Yeah. I kind of have an idea. I want to look around and see if maybe there's like a window leading outside or into a new room. Not something that I can access, but something that I can throw an axe at and gutter bugs can start diverting.
You can
There's a door into the like workers' corridors, which
Yeah.
is
Where Starless is.
Okay.
throw an axe in there. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
yeah, like the entrance for the workers.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know that I can open a door with an axe that I throw.
I mean, you're pretty strong.
You're pretty strong.
I'm pretty strong.
I mean, gutter bugs,
They're
they
pushing-
also look pretty strong and they're pushing and they eat stuff. So if you get the door started, they might eat through it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I want to start diverting gutter bugs and hopefully clear this room out a little bit for Alara to have a cleaner escape.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, smash that door.
Yes, please.
right.
Wreck for sure.
Let's go. 2 6s and a 5.
Wow. So this axe goes flying through the door, and the scent of fresh air coming from that hallway, you can see all the gutter bugs in the area just like turn in unison over in that direction and start mobbing that hallway. They eat through the door almost immediately, and there's just a crush of them pushing into the workers' corridors trying to get outdoors.
I'm going to holler down, Alara, come grab my rope.
Yeah, so I think because of that diversion, you're able to stop running over Alara.
Nice.
And you can be pulled up by Sen. Meanwhile, you're running down the corridor, like, you're like, oh my god, there's security around me. And then in front and ahead of you, about 40 meters ahead, you just see this wave of gutter bugs heading in your direction.
Oh god, no!
And they're in this like mutated state.
Yeah. Okay, so just a point of clarification. So the entrance to this building is behind me, and they are heading toward it. Or is
So
there two
it's
converging corridors?
Two converging corridors, and
And-
the door to the outside is like in the middle of both of you.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah, because you were heading towards the exit, and so were they.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So what makes the most sense would be to stop and turn around and run the other direction
To
at
the
first.
exploding room that you just ran away from, where
Well-
they're calling security. There's an inkling in your head. You think you can beat them to that hallway, just maybe.
Okay. All right.
But hey, it's completely up to you what you want to do.
No, you know what? That actually
Take a
makes the most-
trauma, instant home.
I mean, I'm pretty close right now. All right, so you know what? Actually, fuck it. I'm gonna charge the corridor. I'm running as fast as I can. I am not pushing myself because that would traumatize me.
Is there anything you have in your bag of tricks that could slow them down?
No, but you know what I have in my bag of tricks?
A bunch of oil.
No. What I have, I always have some rope with me. Don't worry about that. And like a little scythe sort of tool, like a mini one. Sorry, I'm unoriginal. But I'm going to try to. Wrangle a gutter bug and just ride it out the door because that is my best chance of getting out of here with security being called. So I'm gonna I'm gonna go for that.
What?
You find the alpha gutter bug.
What the hell do we? What the hell skill is this?
Okay, so
Roll for Dune.
Yeah. How many pips do you have in Dune?
Is it like sway or consort with
No.
a bug? Or is it
no, I think unfortunately this is a prowess roll.
A tune?
command?
Tune is good.
No, please not a tune.
I think it's a tune. I think it's a tune to like commune with this gutter bug in this state and not just have it try and eat you.
No.
You
Yeah.
have to devil's bargain it. You
I
don't
have
a
to devil's
choice.
bargain. I have no choice.
I think the devil's bargain is that the connection you make with this animal will persist.
We have so many animal
for good and
nemesis.
Yeah.
You'll get your own pigeons just like Alara.
Reminds a mutant gutter bug.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay,
He's gonna be in love with you.
Makes so much sense.
It's a 3 and a 3.
So
God.
I think the consequence is you fall under the crush of gutter bugs.
Oh no.
This was
Maybe
absolutely desperate, so mark your XP for that.
Okay.
And I think
He
you're gonna
can't, like,
take a
cling
level.
onto their belly and like write it out.
I think you're
gonna
gonna take a level 3 harm unless you resist it.
Yeah.
You're gonna give yourself a trauma.
But
Yeah, basically.
wait, so
Yeah.
if I resist, I get a stress and I go home.
Yeah. if you resist, you instead take a level 2 harm and go home.
Okay, all right.
Well, if you're getting
Trauma.
level 2 harm anyway.
You might
No, it's a
potentially not
level
take
3
any
or a level
stress.
2.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might not take any stress. It's possible. This
Oh.
would be a because it would be a
So
resistance
resisting
roll.
to not die.
Okay, resisting to not die. All right.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that, what? Let's see, so.
And so this would be prowess based, I think,
Prowess.
to fight your way out.
And somehow. Wait, is that a 6? Yes, it's a 6! Oh, God.
Okay.
It was a
you-
2, a 2, a 1, and a 6.
You duck, tuck, and roll.
Yeah, you take no stress. You instead take a level 2 harm.
Yeah. Broken ribs.
Yeah, broken ribs, and you manage to cling onto the underside of one gutter bug and ride the wave out.
Yeah.
Is the lesson here that we shouldn't split up next time?
That was a tough mission.
Yeah. Do we still have to get people out? Alara and Finn are making their way. Oh, but there's a bunch of pollen in the.
That's okay. We're
in the
smoking
vents.
cigarettes instead.
We're smoking so many cigarettes.
So we
Yeah.
don't inhale the pollen. We inhale the nicotine.
We are such bad smokers. We hold our breath really good.
You just each have 4 in your mouth and it's boarding off the pollen.
Do you want a 5th cigarette?
There's got to be some kind of roll here.
Yeah, totally. This is.
This is shenanigans. Roll for shenanigans.
Okay, how many do I get in shenanigans?
I mean, I think we all have 4 in shenanigans. No, what skill is this? Is it just a prowess resistance roll, essentially? And they would take a level 1 harm of
Okay, yeah.
something with... So you're going to take a level 1 harm
Okay.
from breathing in the pollen, but you can resist by smoking all of these cigarettes and not take that level 1 harm.
Okay, lovely.
Saved by the SIGs.
Saved
Yeah.
by the cigs.
That's my motto. Saved by the SIGs.
Just keep smoking, guys. I got a 6.
Nice.
I got a 4, a 4, and a 4, and a 5.
You take 1 stress, Alara, and Finn takes none. And you are each smoking 5 cigarettes, just walking through this pollen, oblivious to what it might be doing
I
to
don't
you.
understand what everybody's upset about.
This was such a fun mission.
Did you see that jump I did and I grabbed it?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
That was pretty cool.
Oh, wait.
Oh, like I have this key card. I open a random door. Look, cigarettes.
Oh.
Lara coughs up a little blood.
And so I think your exit from this pipe, like high up in the building, is probably different for each of you, right? So I'm imagining Finn does some sort of cool ass like superhero landing
Oh yeah.
on the street outside, but I reckon Lara like jumps and your pigeons catch you.
Yes.
And you like
They're all
fly
flapping.
down.
It's a trust fall.
They've been waiting for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still smoking like a chimney.
We skip home.
How did Cove get out?
Cove vanished into the darkness.
Yeah.
It's the pit of
No one knows my suffering.
All right, and we'll pick up next time reconnoitering in the Mojo Dojo Kimba house, dealing with the consequences of everything that just happened.
Absolute chaos.
Yeah.
Thank you to all the players for this wonderfully chaotic job, this heist. Thank you to Reed. Thank you to Jeff for our marvelous music for this episode. And thank you, as always, to our many fans. Good night.
Good night.
Take your comfort, weary traveler, in the shadow of the Seven's wall, where though magic may be gone, the tangle lives on in the echo of the leaf music's call.
Yeah.
I bet you've got questions that
Is
you saw as
something
well.
cooking or burning?
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, some veggie meatballs, right?
Yeah, veggie meatballs.
Okay.
They're
I kept
fragrant.
getting a whiff of something, and
I
I was like, am I
exactly, yeah.
having a stroke? Or
Both.
is there something?
Flesh
Don't-
nuggets.
Flash nugget.
That's a weird way to ask for food. Am I having a stroke or are you cooking?
Well, I was honestly kind of scared. I'm like, nobody has food down here. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Is that one of Starless's pickup lines?
Am I having a stroke or
Are you on
are
fire?
you cooking?
Are you on fire or are you hot? Fuck.
I'm so bad at this. I do need to start writing some pickup
Sorry,
lines.
yeah.
I just came up with a great one, which is, are you on fire? Because I'm wet.
Oh, no. Incredible. That works every time for Finn. Every time.
Every time.
Oh my goodness,
Sweet.
I'm so sorry.
So filthy.
Roll for survey. Right, me too.
In fact, let's pause until Greta gets back down.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad that was actually something.
Do you think this Starless might maybe make a Rizzbot?
A Rizzbot to help him study. Yes, absolutely yes.
Ask about what she's reading.
You see Rizzbot leaving with the girl at the bar. Sorry, Starless.
No, Rizzbot is now canonical.
Yeah. I've been programmed for your pleasure.
That's a good line, Rizzbot.
Is he smoking a cigarette?
I think Rizzbot hangs out at the dojo with the squirrel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They both smoke.
What's your other?
Oh, I got an invitation to Rizzbot's wedding. Starless, did you get one?
Rizzbot is so good at what he does.
I'm sure it's around here somewhere.
And looking down the invitation, he's getting married to 4 chicks.
You go, Rizzbot.
Yeah, good job, Rizzbot.
Damn, that's Miss Glimmer Falls.
Rizzbot now has like chains and like a little mustache.
He stole Birdie's mustache.
Yeah.
God bless Rizzbot.
Oh.
I think maybe Rizzbot wasn't designed to have full consciousness, but Fufflins has endowed him.
Yes.
What
All
other
right,
useless robots could I have around the house? Okay, so I do like the idea that there's like a couple useless house bots, or not useless, but they're like benign. They're not really, they don't work in the adventure. And one of them is actually like a managerial bot that just like creates new bot positions.
Starless.
There's bureaucracy bot.
A bureaucracy bot.
There's a little city of bots living in the sewer directly beneath the Mojo Dojo Kimba house.
Yeah.
Bureaucracy bot is the mayor.
There's a harvest bot that takes the grapes.
Will you make me a roller bot to roll me joints?
Bureaucracy bot?
Will you make me
Fill
a
in
secret
these 3
letter bot?
forms.
Well, actually, wait, no, I want to light my own cigarettes. I want a bot that takes my cigarette out of my mouth and then I blow out and then it puts the cigarette back in.
Again, I'm gonna have to refer you to the bureaucracy bot. He really runs the show now.
He has a lot of paperwork.
I haven't actually talked to Starless in 7 days. I've been trying to get an appointment with Assistant Bot.
Your request is just processing.
Okay, welcome back. We now have a army of house bots that are managed by bureaucracy bot.
Yeah, I
And
think
these are to watch our home. Are we gone?
No, they can only be used for jokes.
right.
Yeah.
And actually, it's not that they're not intrinsically potentially very powerful. It's just that they refuse
Yeah, they unionized.
because of bureaucracy. All right. So, Cove, you rolled a 5,
5, yeah.
on your gather information, and the question was,
What is the best way in?
On the next episode of Born to Die.
I don't think Birdie's ever been injured
Mhm.
before this.
right, before it was drop kicked, like a little Victorian football.
You want to cruise for babes,
Yeah, I kind of do.
So I've just buried myself in rice.
If Mr. Fogg can't do it, ain't nobody can.
Then I sure hope I can do it.
Hey, would you calm down? You ain't gotta wait long for the next episode. It comes out on March 2nd. Watch it on YouTube, listen to it on Spotify, Apple. I really don't care. You think I care? You gotta calm down.